Welcome everybody to an episode of Pixels to Politics. This is episode 11 of season 3, continuation of the Epstein files, the gift that keeps on giving, just the worst things we've ever heard. However, while we do have a lot of content involving what we've been doing the past few episodes, we kind of have a throwback. I don't know how this happened. I can't believe this happened. Could be wrong. I doubt it. But somehow the Epstein files includes an email referencing a secret society known as the Zodiac Club involving 12 members. Now, some of you newer guys are probably just like, okay, secret society 12, whatever, who cares? Some of our older members and people who have come over specifically from one of our most popular clips. I think it is the most popular clip on Instagram. It's the MJ-12 clip. MJ-12. So we're going to play a part of that video, JFK file video, which was a part of the JFK files that was released early last year. Okay? Now, if you go and watch the video, it's one of our first deep dives. It's not the first deep dive. It's not our best. Okay, we've definitely gotten better. But tune in, listen to this, guys. Just listen to this, okay?
The group has been called by many names. The most recent one was used in 1992. It was identified by the name Jehovah. At one time, it was called Zodiac and may have changed in 1995. Obviously, considering they're saying the name of it changed in 1995 and they said it ceased to exist in 1969, you can surmise that this still exists. This is still a thing.
Wait, hold on. It's still it's known to have at least been around since 1995. That's all right. So there's that. 12 members, MJ-12. A lot of conspiracy theories are well in on this one. Again, it's one of our most popular clips on Instagram. To be honest with you, I hate that clip, but it's most popular. I couldn't take it down. And now we have a leaked, an email from the Epstein files that says this.
Just got a note from Bob Puri, who asked me if I thought Murray Johnman would make a good candidate for the Zodiac. As you know, it's one of those last secret type societies. The Zodiac is one of the really cool ones. There are 12 members at any one time, and it's still very secret. They do really cool stuff, and mostly since they're all very old, it's just dinners in exotic locations. I can't tell you all the 12 members because I don't know who they all are, but I know Paul Volcker is one guy named Howdy, whose family owns Stuyvesant Town. Bob Puri, and I think Tom Brokaw. Bob represents Cancer, the sign, not the month. You remember until your death, but if you get senile, they can put you into eccentric orbit, not invite you to meetings, etc. Anyway, the only way to get in is if someone dies. There are obviously no minorities or women allowed. Anyway, let me know what you think.
Yeah. So, he could be referring to this rumored Zodiac secret society that was made before MJ-12 in the 1800s.
Yeah.
Or MJ-12 could have been a carry-on from that society from the 1800s. I don't know. But all I know is it is one hell of a coincidence to have the MJ-12 change name to Zodiac in 1995, and then for Epstein to put out an email saying that he had a replacement member for one of the 12. And even he doesn't seem to know all the members.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know who it's from. Whoever sent this. That's because their name's blacked out. But the fact of saying this to Jeffrey Epstein is just fucking ridiculous. Secret society. I mean, I guess it makes sense. You go to Jeffrey Epstein, the kid diddler.
Yeah, and Jeffrey, he spent a lot of time with a lot of the smartest minds, which the MJ-12 was originally made up of, right? It was made up of the smartest minds. Now, yeah. I don't want to spoil this episode with the content from that episode because it does get a little, conspiratorial. in terms of what happened to those guys. Again, if you've seen our clip on Instagram, you know what I'm talking about. And it got kind of even crazier within that episode itself. But these things do kind of. We did.
I'm gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it. We called it.
Just say it. Just say it. Just fucking say
it. We called it. We said the truth. We said it. You know, fucking. We call it. They're claiming that they changed the Zodiac name or whatever. Or they may have changed the name in 1995. They didn't change the fucking name. It's always been fucking around. Look at that. And Bob Perret, Paul Volcker, guy on the fucking chair board of fucking Federal Reserve. We called it. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
If we could somehow confirm someone from the old 12 within this 12, that would be the ultimate link. But how many fucking secret societies out there exist, all named Zodiac, all with 12 members? 2? What the fuck are what are the chances of that? Both American and Israeli? I don't fucking think so. Okay? Just 2 Jewish clubs made up of the smartest minds, most powerful men, both named Zodiac, both 12 members. Yeah, okay, dude. Surely.
Look, oh my god, so funny. You see the file where it says some guy named Howdy whose family owns Stuyvesant Town? Guess who owns Stuyvesant Town? Blackstone Incorporated.
Buddy, my fucking mind is shattered. And now, can we link any of these guys to Blackstone?
I mean, yeah. Oh, the guy named Howdy.
Oh, true.
Whoever that is. I don't know who it is. I guess it makes sense. His name probably wouldn't pop up just not automatically, right? If he owns fucking a portion of Blackstone.
Yeah, and Google's known to blacklist these things. It's Howdy. Let's see, Howdy, Blackstone, and then what is it? Soy stew. Sometimes you can do this indexing thing. Stuvalent. Is that what it's called?
Equity firm Blackstone. It's not pulling back anything. Guy named Howdy. The executives. Yeah, I don't know. I can't find anything on the guy.
Yeah, me neither.
Guy named Howdy whose family owns Stuyvesant Town, so it might not even be necessarily entirely linked to it. Yeah, he may have just gotten in because his family owns the fucking portion of Blackstone.
Who knows, dude? Who knows? But dear God, that's wild. You are a member until death. In the clip, in the episode, we talk about how they killed Oppenheimer after Oppenheimer, quote, became unreliable.
Yeah.
And quit the club, right? It says in the video he quits the club, and then he gets killed, or he dies from cancer.
They tossed Secretary Forrester off a fucking hotel room balcony.
Another one, right? I don't know. Insane shit, if real. Honestly, insane. Because, guys, to me, you start drawing these connections of, okay, so if this is real, it confirms that those files were real, right? And what else is in those files? Some fucking extraterrestrial stuff. I don't know. Crazy shit. And I'm going to drop this last, and then if you can say your final notes and we can move on. Apparently, we've kind of known this. There's a planned speech at some point during Trump's presidency that involves UFO disclosure. Again, I don't want to muddle this episode with, those things because I know how that's received. But it's just too many coincidences to not be real, in my opinion. I don't know, guys. I do not know. 12.
Nothing Trump says at this point matters. Like, I like to be perfectly honest. Everything Trump says from this point forward, I mean, and I guess everything he said at this point up till right, it's just a distraction. I think everyone should just ignore Trump. Just fucking ignore him. There's no reason to listen to him. He's not saying anything of value. He's talking about, oh, look at the UFO guys. Don't look at the fucking, giant pedophile ring. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll pass, buddy.
For sure.
You look at the cool little American-made spacecraft that you call UFOs, and claim shill to your followers. I'm not interested, buddy. I'll stick with the stuff that's happening down here on planet fucking Earth.
It's wild stuff. So we do have a long list of resignations. And here's my favorite part. You brought up Trump. We do have a lot more stuff on Trump. He's honestly the real gift that keeps on giving. We have a lot of stuff on Trump. Trump keeps calling it a hoax. That's what he said it again today. I watched it. A hoax. It's a hoax. It's a Democrat hoaxers. First,
his mother's a hoe.
He calls it a hoax about him, but then he also says the stuff in there about Democrats is real. Okay, and we're gonna talk about some resignations. Resignations of world leaders, by the way. Again, we'll bring them all up. Who are they're basically substantiated. So Trump's the only one at this point calling it a hoax. He's the only one.
Mm-hmm.
Even the people who are in the files, even they're like, yeah, fuck, I'm busted. I gotta leave my position. And it gets crazy, guys. I mean, the shit that's happening right now is beyond a movie worthy. I'm talking politicians going straight from stepping down.
Honestly,
right into
we're
handcuffs.
talking Game of Thrones level of seasons right here.
Yeah, you're 100%. Like, this is some crazy shit. It's America who seems to be kind of slow on this. And America, what we saw that professor, was it Silver? I can't remember his name. That professor stepped down. That was kind of it. Uh-huh. We do have a lot more Americans in here. Okay, let's just go through, because I'm gonna start getting ahead of myself. We have a lot of celebrities, one of which has fled the United States today. That's how not a hoax it is. All right, we'll jump right into it. Let's start with this. I want to start with these. Here you go. To be honest, I forgot. Oh, yeah, I want to start with this. I just want to rub it in this little fucking piece of shit's face. Sorry for my language, guys. Fuck this guy.
Ben Shapiro, right? The guy who used to be cool and then kind of just, went mask off.
Not releasing them is because those tapes do not include underage people with third parties on Epstein Island. That is not what the tapes are. I also have sources in the federal government who are covering this stuff and have seen the documents.
I'm sure.
Those tapes are just child porn. That's all.
Okay, well, this is not aging well for you, my friend.
What?
What?
Facts don't care about your feelings. There were no children on Epstein Island. It was just child porn.
Yeah. So I mean,
what? Like, it wasn't like a 52 megaton bomb. It was like a 27 megaton bomb or some shit. It wasn't a house fire. It was like a shed fire. Only one person died, not two.
Yeah. There's something I see a lot is people kind of argue religious. Is this a religious battle? And I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying I believe in it or I don't. But what I am saying,
religious. It's fucking biblical at this point. This entire fucking thing, like Doug, literally, like 6 months ago, we were talking about fucking Zodiac bullshit, and look at it popping up 6 months later. The Epstein files. That ain't biblical. What the fuck is?
It's almost an anniversary. It's almost an anniversary. Wait, when did that video came out? It was in February of last year, I think. No way. It's a year. No, it can't be. Can't be like an exact year.
It's almost a year. It's about 10 months ago. Almost 11 months.
Okay. Whew. If it was an exact year, my brain might have popped right here alive. Yeah. Holy shit. But yeah. I mean, I don't know. A part of me is just like, because I just kind of question everything, right? Everyone thinks it's biblical.
Yeah.
Everything thinks it's evil and good. What if these people are just the worst people on the planet? Like, what if
it's just that simple?
Yeah, what if it's just that simple? Like, this is just a predator right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just a predator.
Yeah.
They're all a bunch of predators preying on our children and our wives and our, you know what I'm saying, and our mothers.
I don't have anything like that, but yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what if it's just that fucking simple?
Other people's wives.
Like, what if this man right here is just one of the most evil among us, just walking around, talking freely, taking our tax dollars, because, I mean, that's where the money goes, right? We just announced another $16 billion in Israel, and it gets sent
I'll
to
be
this
fair
guy.
to Ben Shapiro. I'll be fair to Ben Shapiro here. I don't think he's a pedophile. He's just really greedy and loves money.
That's true. That is fair. I don't disagree with you, but he's a soldier for them.
Well, yeah, he's about a foot tall too.
I'm struggling to not like express violence. It's so bad, guys. It's so bad. I really am. I'm struggling. I see so many comments too where they're just like, "What do we do next?" And I'm like, "Man, if I say my thoughts out loud, I could go to jail." You know what I'm saying? They can get me. Oh, it's tough.
No, I think if Shapiro says his thoughts out loud, he'll go to fucking jail.
He says them out loud all the time. This is child porn, guys. That's not a big deal. There's no children getting trafficked. I have government sources. There's no children.
When he talks, it's not his soul talking. It's his wallet.
I don't think he has a soul. That's my point. Is I don't think these guys have.
Well, it's been filled up by the wallet.
It's true. I think we see what we get what we see. All right, that's him in his purest form. He's not even lying at this point. To him, it's all justified, whether it's for a cause or for himself, whatever it is. Normal humans are very empathetic, right? I sympathize with you. I care about you. You care about me. We care about some random people. If there's, it's children. This person here, and all of these people, do not give a fuck. They're all sociopathic. They don't care about you. Listen, if this guy had to step on a baby because it was in the shortest path between him and the door to his office, he would, without, as long as there's no consequences.
Especially if Hamas was on the other side of the door.
I don't. This guy wouldn't think twice. None of them would. None of them would think twice, guys. If you strip down police, the law, whatever, and just gave them complete free will to do whatever they want, there would be no hesitation. He'd step on babies. He would do whatever he wants. That's what these people are like. That's just how I see them. To me, they're now enemy number one. You know what I mean? Walking among us, ruling us, taking our tax dollars.
Enemy number two. Enemy number one is those fucking eyebrows. I don't know what the fuck he went to or what barber he saw, but that shit looks fucking like his AI almost.
Do you see how he like expresses, like he's proud of him. He's like, he likes to express it, like, look, I paid hundreds of dollars for this. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at him.
Yeah. You might need to get your money back.
Devil worshiper.
That's what they are. That's why the FBI is not releasing them. Okay. As far as the Epstein list, what I have been told by my sources is that there is no Epstein list. That basically there's a black book of Jeffrey Epstein contacts. And the vast majority of those contacts are already out there publicly. That's why you know names like Prince Andrew or Alan Dershowitz or some of the names that have been mentioned here.
Yeah, wasn't Alan Dershowitz one of the guys that raped a fucking kid?
Yeah, Alan Dershowitz.
The Epstein files.
He did name like two of the worst. They were basically living with Epstein on the island.
Oh no, they just resigned because their names were just like in the book, man. Like, come on, bro.
Alan Dershowitz is a confirmed Mossad agent, by the way. just by the way, confirmed Mossad. I mean,
speaking of Mossad, where the fuck is my paycheck so I can stop talking about you shitheads? Give me money.
Yeah, you just got a $16 billion from our tax dollars. That was just done like last week. Maybe we can get a cut of that, huh?
Yeah, that way I don't have to continue talking about this fucking bullshit anymore. I can just focus on the more important aspects of my life. Like, what kind of chocolate cake am I going to buy today? And are there any chocolate strudels at the nearby cafe? Oh, $50 for a chocolate slice? I could pay that because I received money from my local foreign intelligence agency.
All right, one more clip. One more clip.
Yeah.
One more clip. All right. I was told not to talk about this person from somebody I trust a great deal. They said it was kind of dangerous and you shouldn't, but I just can't help myself. So we were going to do it anyway.
About?
And it is the one and only Peter Thiel, also known as the Lizard. And he went on Joe Rogan last year. And he has this line where he says that he didn't know. We're gonna show the clip. Is it playing? It's just black screen for me. Okay, this is him on Joe Rogan. Sean, Just watch.
Did you clip a specific moment or?
Try to, if you open the transcript, is it like not loading?
No, it's not really loading.
That's really weird. It's extremely interesting. So at the bottom, hit transcript. Oh, hit more transcript, show transcript, and then Control F, and just type in. Just look for him and his interaction. Keep scrolling.
What do you mean?
Joe Rogan specifically asked him, like, didn't you meet Jeffrey? Or how did you know him? Some shit like that. Basically, Peter Thiel says that he didn't really know him. Oh, yeah, there you go. See, he says, I don't know the man.
All the Epstein variants. It probably the sex stuff is overdone and everything else is underdone. It's like it's like a limited hangout. We get to talk about the crazy underage sex, and not about all.
This is important. I know we're kind of yeah. Go ahead,
Doug. I don't know. I feel like at a certain, like, I don't want to. I've seen a lot of people, right? Like, I've met a lot of people, right? And I'm pretty good at reading people for the most part. Like, for the most part, most people are like a brochure for me. I take a look at them and I can kind of tell a little bit about them. Peter Thiel, just looking at him, he's done some fucked up shit. I don't need to see no Epstein file to tell that,
Well, you're right. And we have a lot of files on this guy. Just for those who don't know, most of you probably do at this point, Peter Thiel is a huge investor, okay? And most of his investments have been in tech companies. He started with PayPal with Elon Musk, and then Facebook. And he's most notable now for a company called Palantir. Palantir is an AI-based company that has signed multiple contracts with the U.S. government, the U.S. military. Okay, it is currently being used to process data, pretty much every data it can get its hands on, American data. So anything about you that is collected by the government goes to this guy, okay, and his company. And we're going to go through him in the files today. So it's going to be a good time. He had a very close relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. He sat in the room with Jeffrey Epstein multiple times. He sat in a room with the Prime Minister of Israel multiple times. Okay? But, yeah, can you... Yeah. I think you scroll up one. It said... He literally says he didn't know the man. He said, I don't know the man or something. He said, I don't know the man.
And probably... I don't know, man. I spend too much time thinking about all the very light 13-month or whatever sentence. And
type in tax. It's when he says tax lawyer. Just hit Control F and type tax. It'll pop up.
It'll be faster if I do this because Control F isn't working.
Oh, that's weird. I was using the system today and it worked. Tyler, literally find the transcript for our own episode.
I could try it, but it wasn't working when I typed in Jeffrey, so.
Huh.
It doesn't say tax.
Yeah, fair enough. That's odd as hell. Yeah. All right. Well, I don't want to spend time sitting here digging through 15 minutes
Too
of
much
dialogue.
time on this. I got you.
Yeah, it's all right. You guys get the point. All right. In it, he says he didn't know him. Okay? It's as simple as that. Well, he did know him. And here is everything we have on the guy currently.
Okay, Jesus.
Not only do we have files, we have audio. So people are just now kind of reaching the audio.
Is this an MOV file, Doug? What the fuck is this?
This is audio from Barak and Epstein talking specifically about Peter Thiel. Okay. Jeffrey Epstein had a direct connection to Peter Thiel. Barak, he's on his way out of office, and Barak says that he can hook him up.
Oh, this shit's on my fucking computer. Thanks, Doug.
Yeah, here we go.
Where are you? Might be an LA Monday, but to look at the interior of the other BBJ barbecue. Yeah, I'll go with barbecue. Tonight dinner with Zuckerberg.
Musk, Thiel, and Zuckerberg.
I wonder if Zuckerberg changed his strategy since 2015 after seeing the whole issue with Biden go down. And they were trying to tell him, no, stick with the Biden plan. It'll be good. And then it kind of went to shit. He was just like, okay, fuck you guys. I'm chilling with the money at this point. You guys know what the fuck you're doing.
He did eat the most amount of heat, right? Like, he kind of caught the worst end of the, spy company stuff. So maybe he felt salty that he got targeted the most.
Yeah, I feel like he's probably changed his strategy because otherwise I feel like we wouldn't be able to post a lot of the shit on Instagram that we're posting now.
I know. Yeah. To be fair,
even if we do get shadow banned.
Yeah, I definitely proved that we were shadow banned.
Yeah. Here we go.
Oh yeah, so here's the audio. Play it. Some of the audio.
He thought there was 2 cyber companies. Look out, and even though I know Peter, I've never met Peter Thiel, and everybody says he sort of jumps around and acts sort of strange, like he's on drugs.
Smoking, yeah. He looks under drugs.
However, he has a company called Palantir. Pallen. Tier. Palantir is Peter Thiel's company.
Spelled it.
Spelled it entirely wrong.
Yeah.
And look out.
Palantir, Palantir.
Yes.
What the fuck?
They're so stupid.
How you write Thiel? Thiel.
Thiel.
Yeah. LLY.
No. Thiel.
There's hours of conversation between Barak and Epstein.
So he thought that Peter would put you on the board of Palantir. Peter Thiel is one of the best. I've never met him. He's going to come here next week. So I wanted to talk to him after I talked to you. Okay. He and Andreessen, it's called Andreessen Horowitz. Andreessen Horowitz, that's what they pay Larry $1 million a year. Just to advise them.
Andreas and?
Andree.
Why'd you have to spell it out? What the
S-O-N.
Hit him a piece of paper, you chode. What the fuck is this?
And Horowitz.
And Howard.
H-O-R-O. Horowitz.
Horowitz.
Yes.
What they are? It's a lobbyist. What they are doing?
They are the biggest venture capital people in Silicon Valley.
What, bigger than Sequoia or Kleiner Perkins?
These are the new Kleiner Perkins. Everybody, these are the smart boys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So those 2 companies right away, in terms of, I said that we need now in the next 3 weeks if you're going to leave.
Yeah, so just for context, this is Barak, former Prime Minister of Israel, who we know raped Virginia Woolf and others. He was leaving office, and he was asking Jeffrey for, like, a job, and Jeffrey said that he could get him on the board for Palantir, okay? Just do with that information what you will. But we have tons of communications here between Jeffrey and Peter. A lot that, obviously say that they met each other quite a few times. I keep hearing your intentionality argument. Imagine if this mess is what Obama really wanted. Iraq, Iran, Libya, Syria, Palestine, Lebanon, Egypt. We would have to admit I can't see behind the thing. Strategy brilliantly executed. This is from Peter Thiel to Jeffrey. The intentionality argument would center on making sure the U.S. gets less involved with the rest of the world. I think that's the plan. The more of a mess with just lots of bad guys on different sides, the less we will do. So, just kind of comparing even this, which sounds like a conversation that I'd fucking have with any of my friends. This closeness, right? We're talking about 2 people who are very busy men taking time to talk about politics of the Middle East, going to the Joe Rogan episode where he says they didn't really talk, he didn't really know him, and that he was just a tax guy. I don't know. I only knew he was a tax guy. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to be, but
Let's move to the next
one. Epstein offered Peter Thiel to gladly share expenses for the Gawker suit sent on May 25th, 2016, one day after Forbes reported that Thiel was secretly backing a lawsuit that would bankrupt Gawker. Huh. I would have gladly... For this is from Jeffrey to Peter. I would have gladly share your expenses for the Gawker suit. Chomsky free dinner if you are in New York. Smile. Jeffrey Epstein met Princess Sarah Ferguson on the ground. Yeah. Wasn't that the Norwegian bitch?
Yeah. She she's in the thing. We'll talk about her later. I have her listed. She just resigned recently from like the UN or something, or wherever her position was. She just resigned.
Yeah.
She told
Duchess of York.
The Duchess of York. Yeah, she told Jeffrey Epstein to marry her. Allegedly,
and I'm guessing he didn't.
I have no idea. Marry? No, he didn't marry anyone. He just impregnated a lot of famous women.
As you probably know, I represent the Rothschilds.
Yeah, this is from Peter Thiel to Jeffrey again.
So the bottom one's really Jeffrey to Peter. As you probably know, I represent the Rothschilds. I was hoping to figure out a way for the bank that has $160 billion in management and can do something in tech. Best client list in the world, prehistoric products. It can wait. Good luck in China. I'll be in Europe again, 20 to 28. Then Ireland. So if you want to come around, the world is going west. Come to the island, or if you'd like to meet in Saudi at the end of the month. Certainly not in Saudi. Just think I'll avoid the Middle East for the next decade or so. Should be back on the East Coast in late April, May, sometime in New York City or on Island then.
Clearly, he has no problem going to the island.
Why the fuck would you go to that island? Animals are fun to watch sometimes. Wow. And then...
That's from Peter to... Sorry, that's from Jeffrey to Peter. Animals are fun to watch sometimes. And Peter said with a smiley face. Again, I wonder what that means. Okay. Yeah.
Honestly, it could mean any variation of different things at this point.
Yep.
The Hall Gizline, said she was beautiful. She was, not is. She was a beautiful girl. I heard her. Where is she? Why'd she stop whimpering? She was born. Her the tiny cries. I can't do this anymore. What? This is from Jeffrey to a redacted person. Mark, sorry it was so short at Reed's dinner. More on connectivity. Jensen's article and hints data. The fisherman in Kerala is much too old. It appears to form the basis for your conclusion. Are you prophet? Fresher, more nuanced work has been done, as Reed might have told you. I've tried over the years to fund the most rarefied of the sciences, things that would most likely not receive government grants. However, my so-called expertise is really money. What is it? How can it be used? Its burdens and benefits. Over the past few days, I have great fun teasing and informing some world leaders at my ranch, each too politically concerned to acknowledge the lack of understanding and experience in public, and how they might deal with the new zero interest rate environment. Huge sums of country wealth given the new complex financial system. If the goal is reducing poverty, I would postulate there are much easier ways than connectivity. Much trust, taxes, and transactions each need to be a fundamental part of a new system. Social contracts at the end of the day, FYI. Thiel, you're welcome as well. It's a pretty unusual and private place. My cell is Jeffrey blank. If you text me a fixed time, I will turn my phone on.
Yeah, just casually inviting Peter Thiel to the ranch, to his ranch, Zorro Ranch, which, lots of fucked up shit happened there.
Epstein setting up a meeting between future Biden CIA Director Bill Burns and Peter Thiel in 2014. Peter Thiel will be with me 1314 in New York. I think it would be nice for you to meet if convenient for you. There is an APT for you if you choose to use. Many thanks for your thoughtfulness. We'll try to come up either 13 or 14, although I may have to travel overseas. We'll confirm as soon as I can. We'll be in New York week of 9/22. Warm regards, Bill. This is in 2014. Okay, weekend free. Thanks for your patience. Would a mid or late afternoon meeting Saturday be possible? I would have to get back to DC that evening. I will also be away, and I expect to spend most of my week in White House meetings. Unusually busy time here. Many thanks.
Again, Peter Thiel. Okay, he's all in the files. And this guy currently runs the biggest data collection system. I don't even think it's just in the US, but I think it's the whole world. Private data. Okay? Talking about your medical records, talking about your social security, I mean, just literally everything about you that the government collects, that you knowingly hand over to the government, it goes into this database that Peter Thiel's company, Palantir, has set up. Okay, the company we talked about during the ICE episode, that's his company. Okay, it's in ICE. It's in your local law enforcement. It powers our military. Wow, it just kind of hit me how close we really we could come to a Skynet situation, although it wouldn't be like autonomous. It would just be the foreign intelligence agency pressing a button, you know what I mean? Surely it can't be healthy for the US to use technology and AI built by a dude who spends an awful amount of time sitting with the prime minister of another country. I won't say which one, because it shouldn't matter. But surely that's not a good thing. Personally, I don't want to be policed by an AI whose owner is best friends and beholden to the prime minister of another country. I don't. Okay? But that's currently what we have. Currently. That is what is going on. As we're speaking right now, as we're reading this shit out loud, that is currently what's going on. Any drone technology, my favorite company, Andrill, unfortunately, is also partnered with Palantir for their AI. The DEA, the CIA, the FBI, your local law enforcement, okay, all of them are partnered with Palantir. This is its biggest investor. It's its controlling investor. Okay, spending a lot of time with Jeffrey Epstein, a lot of time, having long meetings with the prime minister of another country. They were sitting in the same room, just the three of them together. Okay. So I don't know how this is allowed. I don't know how this is. I don't know how it's come to this at all. This, for me, should be kind of the bigger story. Okay, because honestly, with the press of a button, all of a sudden, all of our automated machines are turned against us for fun. So, was that the last Peter Thiel one?
Yeah.
Oh, right. We'll move. Now we have some resignations that were announced across the globe today. Are you sure that was the last one? Yeah, it was.
Yeah, positive.
All right, none of these are American, by the way. These are all from other countries, but we have Denmark, United Nations Refugee Agency Director Joanne Rubinstein. She stepped down. Thank you. Can you hope in the email that she's related to?
Joanna Rubinstein. Dear Jeffrey, Tasamikat for a wonderful lunch. Thank you so much, by the way. And an afternoon in a paradise. It was an extra treat for me to finally meet you in person. Now I know why Boris
Johnson. It's got to be Boris Johnson. Right, guys? It's got to be Boris Johnson. Who, if you don't know who that is,
the
previous Prime Minister of the UK is my best guess who that's referring to. But go ahead.
Yeah. The kids love your inspiring stories and, of course, your island. I hope you'll have exciting science days ahead. They use signaling. It is. Thanks for hospitality. Please thank blank for the best. Got here. Best Joanna plus Alice, Nana, and Oscar.
I assume are her kids. So, guys, come on. One of the most world-renowned pedophiles. Okay, this woman goes and visits him and brings her kids and just mentions a lot about the kids in the email. My kids sure did love it there. Also, they're going to sign off goodbye. Yeah, all right, well, hey, at least she resigned because that's more than what other people are doing. That's for sure. Next one, we have Peter Attia. Whose files we have.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
He steps down from ABC, or CBS News, sorry.
Yeah, he was in the files a decent amount, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
Some 2 or 3 emails, wasn't he?
Yeah, some pretty horrific shit. He had, I think he was the one, we'll see it later. We'll bring it up again.
Yeah, for sure. Chair of Sweden resigning after revelation that she visited Epstein Island. Diligent denizen. CPS Barry Weiss, latest hire, Peter Attia, mentioned the Epstein files over 1,700 times.
1,700
Crude sexual emails An ad app repeatedly trying to visit. Barry Weiss recently hosted Erica Kirk for the CBS town hall. Are you surprised?
Yeah, he has.
Oh yeah, Barry Weiss. Yeah,
he
hosted Erica Kirk for the CBS town hall. Look at that.
Yeah, interesting.
Wow, it's just a giant fucking web of bullshit. Lord Mandelson has resigned over the Epstein files.
This guy is pure evil, by the way. This is Peter Mandelson. He's an intelligence agent. I can't really tell which one. I think it's Israel, Mossad. It's kind of a tough call. He worked hand in hand with Epstein, and to be honest with you, he should be executed. He's a sick fuck, guys. He's a sick fuck. I mean, we talked a lot about him last episode. The UK is investigating him now. He pretty much was giving state secrets, government secrets, military secrets, pretty much anything from the UK to Israel. And not only that, but he's implicated in some assassinations in the emails. I mean, this guy is pure evil. He's one of those who.
Well, he isn't. I wouldn't go so far as pure evil. I think George Bush Sr. has that title currently.
Well, this guy would be the UK version of George Bush Sr.
That's fair.
So yeah, this is the emails.
That's fair.
I'm gonna pull that up. This is Peter audio we were saying earlier from CBS News.
You the biggest Okay, wait, I have to read it from the bottom. No, thank you so much. See you next time. Hopefully J.E. is in town when I'm back in 2 weeks. I go into J.E. withdrawal when I don't see him. The fuck? I like how he has his name attached to the email. What an idiot. Posty is indeed low carb. Still awaiting results on gluten content, though. Okay. Please tell that you found that picture online, bastard. Afraid not. Got a fresh shipment. Okay, come on. You're the biggest problem with becoming friends with you. The life you lead is so outrageous, and yet I can't tell a soul.
Yeah. See, I mean, and this guy here, he is claiming, oh, I didn't know. It was just dirty comments. Dude, you should be...
He needs to go to jail.
Fuck. Jail? He needs worse than jail, dude. I would like to send them all to another island, okay? Designed completely different.
Well, how about we make a new pedophile island where instead of, actual pedophilia, it's actual pedophiles, and we put them into a Hunger Games type situation, and we call it Epstein Island 2, and we launch it as a TV series. I think that's pretty cool.
I think it's genius. Honest to God.
Prominent Norwegian diplomat Mona Jewel has been relieved of her work duties as ambassador by the government after revelation of her ties to Epstein. Formerly Norway's UN ambassador, presided over the UN Economic and Social Council. Norway, I think you got a lot more problems there.
This is the second
You have an entire
Norwegian...
royal family.
Yeah, this is the second Norwegian politician or, royalty who's been exposed.
Oh, they terminated Norway's largest center for sexual and reproductive health, terminated its cooperation with the Crown Princess Mette Marit. Oh boy.
Yeah,
who isn't getting canceled? This is the cancellation, the finale, Belfast University cuts ties with George Mitchell over Epstein leaks. What the? Who isn't getting canceled? That's the bigger question here, Doug.
Well, I just want America's catching a lot of heat for this stuff, which is somewhat fair. Obviously, it's a lot of American politicians involved, but it's really not just America. Okay, we're talking about Emmanuel Macron. Talking about a lot of prime ministers from the UK. I was sitting there and I was adding the files that we were going to talk about today. And as I was going through, I mean, it was just more and more and more for politicians across the globe. I think almost at least half of the last 5 or 6 prime ministers of the UK are implicated in the files. Sunil Sunak, Boris Johnson, all implicated. Okay.
Yeah. I'm assuming you picked out the videos that have been leaked as well?
You're talking about the ones with like him and the children and shit?
Well, there's a one where it was a Russian girl in like a sailor outfit or some shit.
No, I have. To be honest with you, every time I see some of the images or videos, I'm like, we could add it for shock factor. I think at this point, people finally fully get the concept of the,
I don't think you see, Doug. No, I'm going to stop you right there.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
2015. I was talking about this shit. No. I remember getting called crazy, getting called a conspiracy theorist. I was invalidated by my peers because I was saying all of the shit that's happening right now over 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I was saying this shit. No one listened. No one believed me. I was getting called a right-winger. I didn't even give a shit about the Republicans or the Democrats. I wasn't a bipartisan person. I'm still not. I don't give two shits. But I was getting invalidated by my peers, by my family. And I was right. And I knew I was right. And I never backed down. And then here we are, 10 years later. Who's fucking right? Who's the retard? Who's the moron?
Tell them.
Who's the sheep? You fuckers. You fuckers are the fucking sheep. I'm the OG. I'm the real one. You ain't shit. You bunch of fake ass bitches is what you fucking are. I ain't ever gonna let you forgive that. I'm never gonna let you forget that shit. You are the fakest bitches out there. I'm the OG. You ain't nothing. You ain't fucking nothing.
Speaking of bipartisan, I see a lot of comments that are like, "Oh, well, you don't see Obama and Biden in the files." They're in there. Biden and Obama are in the files. They're in a lot of files. I think Obama's in like 1,800 files at least, or some shit. Sorry, did we get through all the resignations and cancels?
Okay, yeah, 1 second. Here we go. The second victim's names.
So in reference, guys, we're about to read. This is in relation to the Mexico file that we covered. Wayne, who was the ex-ambassador, I believe, from the U.S. to Mexico. Basically, some real evil shit. The guy was implicated in the rape of an 11-year-old girl, impregnated her. Mexico was actually trying to put him on trial, and literally the U.S. was sending FBI agents to go and kill, rescue him, basically. Okay, this is a follow-up on that. So go ahead.
She's identified Ghislaine Maxwell as a woman who came to Richard Marchenko's home in Mexico many times in 2010 and 2011 with Nancy Marchenko to set up sexual trips for her when she was 10 or 11 years old. We know of death threats against her because of testimony she gave in 2018 against Kelly, Biden, and Wayne in the sex abuse case in Mexico. Right now, we have her in a safe location. We want to help you guys, but we also need to protect her son, and her guardian.
It was so bad. So here's the thing. Marchenko, whatever his name is, he actually created SEAL Team 6. So obviously, this guy was quite valuable to America, and the U.S. was literally sending agents and soldiers to go and to basically silence this story. I was talking with someone from Mexico who was, he was investigating himself, and I didn't know what we stumbled upon. We just kind of threw it out there. But basically Marchenko was I don't want to call him the Epstein, for Mexico, but he was there basically as the American house.
The Epstein
from Mexico. Yeah, where he was basically the house where American politicians went to do pedophilic shit. Mexico caught on, was trying to trial him, and there's literally an email where a Mexican politician was like, "Hey guys, we need help. Literally 4 or 5 FBI agents have come. We've shot them. We're literally in a gun battle with these guys in a war of American agents trying to free this guy." Just crazy shit. That whole story in itself could be a whole other movie, to be honest with you. But yeah, so Biden, when he says Kelly, I'm going to assume Mark Kelly. That guy just looks like a pedophile. He's bald, I think. So that's all you really need to know. Sorry, bald people, but Mark Kelly himself just whew.
Let's see.
Don't
forget Barack Obama, $65,000 in hot dogs.
Listen, you're just getting a little ahead of us. Okay, calm down. We know about Hillary. Okay, we know about Obama. We know, guys. We got to do it sequentially. Okay.
Oh, there's Ben Affleck.
Yeah,
Hope you don't like Ben Affleck movies.
Here's the thing. I'm not surprised, by the way, on Ben Affleck, but here's the name. So we have
Nancy Pelosi.
Obama. I mean, that's the least surprising thing ever. Obama, Barack, Podesta. Podesta, another devil. Affleck, Pelosi. Yeah. Okay. Dear Barack, when we began the pizza arrangement, I thought we were going to be more careful than this. Okay, well, what? Operating from the White House is not what I originally had in mind. Remember that the hot dogs can come, but if you make a spectacle out of it, that will be our downfall. Please know that I am speaking as a friend. You are the president and can do as you like. But I have to say, I think it would be wiser to restrict this activity to our predetermined locations. Let me know what everyone thinks. We can vote on it if you like. Thanks, Hillary. Yeah, okay. And there are still people who deny Pizzagate, funny enough. Oh, Hillary was the other person I was told not to fuck with. That's so funny. Hillary and Peter Thiel in the same episode. Guys.
I don't know. I think Hillary's breathing through a colostomy bag at this point.
Maybe. I saw some funny shit earlier about her, between her and Bill, the Sultan guy. That Sultan guy who keeps popping up. He keeps spilling the beans about Hillary and what a menace to society.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean... Oh, what? Is it fake?
No. The AI is saying it's fake. Someone asked AI. Of course, the AI isn't going to, recommend that this is real or commend this in any fashion at all. It's programmed by the people who own the fucking... Yeah, there's no... don't ask AI if something is real when it comes to shit like this.
I saw Brock say one of the funniest things earlier. They were trying to identify, like, this big fat black guy in a plane on an Epstein video. And they were like, Grok, who is that? Yeah. And Grok was like, oh, that's clearly Tucker Carlson. Or not Tucker Carlson, sorry, Chris Tucker. I was like, what?
Yeah.
They didn't look anything alike. AI.
No, don't, yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, pretty sure this one's popped up more than once. All right, is that all from those? All right, now we're getting into the meat. All right, the big stuff. I'm going to send you half.
Half? Jeez.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff that came out today.
Okay, let's see what I'm dealing with here.
A lot of stuff. I don't even think I could fit all of it. I think I bookmarked
some
stuff.
Oh my fucking god, Doug. What the fuck is this?
Listen, today is a busy day, okay? Today was a very busy day.
Trying to watch Hunter x Hunter. Oh, well. Send photos of you and child to make me smile. This one's kind of old.
Yeah, we saw this before.
Yeah. Hope you're well. Photos look good. FYI, I've seen many calls a week about both Marla Beauty Contest, Mar-a-Lago, and Clinton from reporters listed recently. Answers are always, I have nothing to say, or I try to ignore it altogether. A few times I blanked the street with questions, but I'm more careful now. Jesus Christ, that was Jeffrey Epstein saying that shit.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got.
Another one for the island, for the new island. Oh, yeah. Sorry, guys. Spoiler alert. We have a lot of Floridians in the files today, one of which is our very own Governor Ron DeSantis. I wish I could say I was surprised.
I'm not surprised.
By judging by how close he was with Israel, yeah.
I'll be locked up as a psychopath. 2008, my boss said to me the FBI is something. That night I was raped by Ron DeSantis. He stood there with a gun, then Ron DeSantis raped me. I'll be locked up as a told me I'll be locked up as a psychopath.
Nancy Mace is also in the files.
James Bolger said he was going. I'm not surprised. We were getting slouched to think she was trans, so something was obviously going on there.
Nancy Mace is also in the files. There's a report. We'll see a
Nothing
little later.
Like new baby smell. Who says this shit? Who says this? A new baby smell? What the fuck
openly pedophilic. They're open pedophiles with each other. Like they talked with the same way we talk about conspiracies. They talk about pedophile shit because they're all openly pedophilic. I mean, we have women and men.
One of them isn't illegal.
One of the yeah, no, sorry. I just mean like they don't feel any guilt or hesitation about it. To them it's everyday speak. This is Bill Clinton, which
voicing over his settlement doc for the ransom case. I want to confirm with you it is a good idea to settle since the publicity's gotten out of hand. If I was to fight one case, it should be at 24 years old, advertised on SugarDaddy.com, was part of the Elliot Spritzer escort agency, said she had tapes with Clinton and Dershowitz having orgies, etc.
Crazy. But here's the thing. So this is Kathleen Rumler, who was the advisor to Obama. We've covered her a few times. She was also
Yeah.
She has a lot of ties to those agencies that we'll be talking about. We've got proof of it. Here's the thing. A lot of people looked at these files, Trump himself, right, and goes, it's a hoax. These are fake. It's just amazing to me how many of these fake files are constructed so well that they happen to include known pedophiles by accident, right? Alan Dershowitz, Epstein's best friend, is a confirmed pedophile. We all know this. And it just so happens that this person, I'm not saying that this email was disproven, but I just want to affirm that this file itself has Clinton in it, all right, an accusation against Clinton. Okay, that's why it's so important. I want to like hammer it home here. Alan Dershowitz, known pedophile, friend of Jeffrey Epstein, had orgies with Bill Clinton on the island. That's what she's saying. How would she know? Like, how would she make that up? You know what I mean? How would she know who Alan is? Like, it just has to be true. I said that a couple episodes ago. You're far safer believing every single thing you read than not. Far safer. So anytime I see a person's name who's a confirmed pedophile, I immediately assume it's true. So anything involving Alan, it's got to be true. And if it has Clinton's name in it, I'm just saying he needs to get added to that new island we're making. That's what I'm saying.
Why the fuck would you go to the island? Yeah, let's see. Next one. Let's see. Holy shit, not only is Ron DeSantis raping boys, Nancy Mace was also involved in this.
Yes, sir.
It's kind of a... Yeah, so let's see. Let's read this yellow part. I'm better off just doing it like this. In 2008, my boss said to me, the FBI is on the phone. Did you see James Bolger kidnap a child? I said I did. That night I was raped by Ron DeSantis. I woke up naked on my floor, tied up and beaten while James Bolger stood there with a gun. Then Ron DeSantis came in and raped me. He said, by the time I remember him raping me, I'll be locked up as a psychopath. Then a woman came in and faked sex with me. Faked sex with me. And that woman is Nancy Mace. James Bolger said he was going to put it on YouPorn. I can't remember this. This was my punishment for telling. I'm not a psychopath nor am I a predator. I'm a victim of many rapists, these FBI agents. I got sold to be raped and never asked for this life.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. Kevin Weeks. There's some other names in there too.
People are trying to use Grok to debunk it, but this person linked to it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is
definitely real. Yeah, this is real.
So let me see if I can find any names here.
This is why you don't trust AI to tell you things. It's going to become a problem in the future when people are consistently relying upon an artificial intelligence designed by the very people that control you. Stop relying on AI for everything.
Its visual processing is already kind of fucked up in the first place, so I don't know why people will rely so hard on it when it comes to images.
It's just not trustworthy. Several years ago, FBI agent Andrew McCabe put a FISA warrant on me unjustly. I witnessed him pay a woman to have sex with her underage daughter. I don't know how I got to this place, but I remember a man telling me to get up and stop him. I got up and I looked at the mother and Andrew, but I wasn't brave enough, and I couldn't remember all these years. This was just another time I was taken from my bed at gunpoint. I'm a victim of being raped several times and set up by Winter Hill gang members that are the FBI and CIA. People have also faked their death to be in the CIA at the expense of terrorizing me. One man, Keith Shipley, invited me to lunch in 2011. I got in the vehicle and was handed a drink of water by a man in the front seat, and it was laced again. Those men were also Winter Hill gang members. I woke up tied to a chair, and a man had a propane tank was waving flames at me. He said I could live if Keith drank cyanide. It was all fake, and Keith is alive.
Former FBI director. Well, I mean, shit. That's all you really had to say, right?
Honestly, the only one I think probably isn't a fucking rapist is probably Kash Patel. He's just scared out of his fucking mind.
Yeah, I don't see him being one. He definitely just looks nervous all the time. This is Woody Allen and Jeffrey.
With a young girl.
I mean, it's wild. I mean, Woody Allen himself is still fucking walking freely.
He's the King Jew. I mean, look at him.
Really put my helicopter on it.
Scumbags.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's
keep moving forward.
Let me know when I need to send you the next batch.
Leonardo DiCaprio needed to make some money in 2009. Who's he go to? Jeffrey Epstein. Epstein then contacts Peter Mandelson for non-United States sponsors for the megastar. You think of anyone in China, India, Japan that might want the endorsements of Leonardo DiCaprio, Russia, etc. He's looking for non-United States products to endorse to make some money.
Yeah, so there's some images that have, circulated on the internet of Leonardo DiCaprio kind of being on the inside, plus, his dating activities.
Well, we already knew his maximum was 25, so I don't think his minimum was going to be anything positive.
That's fair. My guess is this.
Hi,
so, hold on. There are 6 million files. There's way more that haven't been released. Apparently, this is only like 10%, if that. We've only seen, as they get released in batches, the content escalate, which is insane to think about, guys, considering, again, this is probably only 10% of the amount of files. So 90% more, even released in batches, is escalating in severity. My guess is, again, all of the people, the community right now who are going through it, it's going to take us a little bit. Obviously, 6 million is a lot. We are just now getting the celebrity files. Leonardo DiCaprio, we'll keep an eye on it because I assure you we're going to see a lot more of him pop up.
Yeah. Hi, Brian. Jeffrey's not in New York. You might be able to coordinate a call instead. Please avoid the call. It's just you or all who are on this mail. Thank you, Masha. Hi, I'm in town until Wednesday afternoon. Have a really text with me if Jeffrey if possible. Was just gonna so much. Hearing you, Brian, Jeffrey's assistant. We are coordinate. Thank you, Masha. Thank you, Alex, promoting to BCC. Have included Alana and Suzanne to help find a time. Tell you both. You're already. Yeah, Brian's building Colonel. Today I spoke with Master about potential him and Jeffrey chatting. Been working with Tina. Hopefully to coordinate time to connect before Brian leaves on Wednesday.
So Brian Johnson here, I sent this and we're talking about it because Brian Johnson tried to clear himself by saying, "Oh, I'm not in the files, yay!" Which seems to be a common trope for some of these people. Although he's right there in the files talking about meeting with Jeffrey, so I just how you leave their memory. Like I don't understand how.
Honestly, I'd be surprised if the squirrels living inside the trees outside my house one of the Jeffrey Epstein files at this point.
Yeah, but the squirrels aren't knocking at your door trying to tell you that they aren't in the files. Oh, this is Peter.
They might be. How do I know? I don't speak squirrel.
Peter Adia again. Literally, we saw this actually.
My feelings are outrageous. I can't tell a soul. Yeah.
Ron DeSantis. Are you in the next batch?
No, I'm barely even halfway. Okay. Jeffrey Epstein's newly released file named Jay-Z as a sick predator who drugged and raped multiple women and was literally naked in the same room with Harvey Weinstein. The monster still walks red carpets and runs empires in the music industry. How many more victims have to suffer before Hollywood burns? The conspiracy crowd tried to warn us and we mocked them. Never again. No, you mocked them. Don't you make this we shit. Don't you try to be like, no, you mocked them. You did.
So funny.
You messed with the autists.
Funny
now you're
story,
dealing with the psychos.
Before you read this, Jay-Z has fled the U.S.
Yeah.
He fled the U.S. right as this came. At the second this dropped, he fled. To be honest with you, anyone who's really paid attention to that sphere, that R&B sphere, Jay-Z is one of the most obvious predators that have been out there. I mean, that guy's got numerous accusations. He's had people killed. He's very much. I don't know if he's worse than Diddy, but he is definitely adjacent. He's Diddy adjacent. That is for sure. So this, to be honest with you, was not surprising to me at all. However, it is. There is some satisfaction, I guess, as horrible as it sounds, in validation. And so here's he's in the files.
Yep, he's in the files. And then next one.
Read it. Read the file.
This is. There's nothing to read, Doug. It's half of it's black.
In approximately 1996, blank resided with blank and blank, and an unknown man abducted blank from her home address, where she later awoke in the presence of Harvey Weinstein and Sean Carter, also known as Jay-Z. While Weinstein had, then it talks about her getting assaulted. So again, by association, because I don't know if anything officially, Jay-Z worse than Diddy, I think so too. Just by association, we know Weinstein was real fucked up, so we can just assume that there's probably a lot of validity in these accusations. Jay-Z in mid-flight needs to be shot down, okay? Like, he needs to be hunted down by an F-35 and a bomb dropped on his head, wherever the fuck he is. Get that man.
When we come up next month, I'm thinking about bringing Blank and Blank with us. They're up for anything. You'll love them. Not a good idea.
We have to be careful about
Trump will be there.
This
doesn't like black girls, calls them boogers, won't go within 10 feet, 10-4.
This one I've heard may or may not be false. Doesn't really matter to me. There's so many Trump files that, one being false of among 100,000 is pretty meaningless.
I mean, well, at least we know all the black girls claiming that they were probably touched or probably lying.
Okay, calm down. To be honest, I haven't even seen any. Oh, so yeah, there's that Carla. There's the Carla girl.
At least there's one. Yeah, I mean, what's the saying? At least who's this?
So this is they think that this is the girl Carla. Yeah, this is the rumor. There's a whole thing about Mexico where I don't know. The Mexico thing is crazy. That's a whole other rabbit hole. Basically, he was running like a fucking, quote, breeding ranch there, and it's just some insane shit. So,
I tried to tell you a month ago.
Oh, yeah.
I've interviewing the young victim, Carla, and she has finally opened up after her guardian was attacked and beaten by U.S. agents in Chetumal.
See?
She has disclosed where she met Epstein, whose homes they visited in New York, MD, North Mexico, Florida Virgin Islands, Cozumel. Plays to Carmen in Cancun just the last 2 years with Marchenko. The name she is associated with him. These visits include Clinton's, Wayne, and older politicians and lawyers. She has a photographic memory and an excellent artist who made sketches of some of these men. These U.S. agents who attacked, raped, I can't read that.
Anyways.
Something her.
This is
her guardian under arrest in Mexico.
This is confirming the attack. So we have two separate files by two different people pretty much saying that, like, okay, Marchenko, who created SEAL Team 6, has a mansion here. He's running a sex trafficking operation. He sex traffics the girls to Obama, Wayne, with the ambassador to Mexico from the U.S. But who am I missing? Obama, Clinton's, and Biden. And the Mexico finds out and tries to place them under arrest, and the U.S. is sending FBI agents to go and kill these people. It's crazy. It's crazy shit.
Fresh muffins. I'll be sending fresh muffins down with Karina. You currently have 2 steaks left on the island. Would you like new ones?
Oh, take note of her name, by the way. Take note of her name. Remember when we were, yesterday, or the last episode, we were trying to unredact a name? And you said, what did you say?
Karina
You said,
Shirliak.
it's Susan. No, you're getting the wrong name. Susan Hamblin. That woman is crazy. So Susan, we were trying to unredact a name last episode.
Oh, Susan Hamlin.
And I believe it had to do with an assassination between Jeffrey and her. She was like, yeah, I took care of it. And that's Jeffrey said, good job. Something along those lines. We were trying to unredact. Well, they unredacted her name, and it actually was Susan as the first name, Hamblin last name. And Susan Hamblin runs a fucking child, like, adoption agency or some shit. The web.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah, dude, the webs are insane, guys. Insane. Her name. That's not her name. This isn't her. Hamlin. Oh. It's like a B in it. You had it. It was pulled up in the email. You can see it. Go back to the email.
This one?
Not that one.
Hamblin.
The previous one. The previous one.
I need to put a B. Hamblin.
Yes, Hamblin. There she is. This is the assassin. This bitch is crazy, guys. I think she's kind of an Asian herself. She's wild.
Over permission to kill message.
Yeah. So we were talking about that last episode. She gave him permission to kill, or he gave her permission to kill. I can't remember which. But her name was only redacted on the top half, and people used AI to figure out who the fuck she was. And it's
Financial
Susan
advisor
Hamblin.
and founder of the adoption agency Kids to Families. She's mentioned in recent. Oh my god.
Isn't that insane, dude? Oh my freaking god. So again, listen, we're not cops, we're not investigators. We're not on, she's not on trial here. All we're doing is looking at what we know, and we have a woman in the files in the Jeffrey Epstein files who also owns a child adoption agency. I just don't know how much you really need. And again, she's walking around free. Hopefully not among children. But yeah, Palmer Luckey.
Hey pal, running out to a kid's birthday party. We'll dig up their info. So these are folks who are not trying to build a business. They're the crazy open source folks who are radicals. Their motivations is more in line with WikiLeaks or Wikipedia. Had these guys on my TV show on the web, YouTube. Startups Gavin Anderson, and Amir Taki, Bitcoin. SJ, I'd like to get in touch with the Bitcoin guys. I'm happy to see you doing well. And it links to something. Let's go to the link.
I'm sure it's shut down.
Probably. Let's find out. KZCMUH. KZC.
Oh, I guess we didn't read it. She said, I will be sending fresh muffins. Susan. She said, I'll be sending fresh muffins. You only have 2 steaks. She said this to Jeffrey Epstein. You only have 2 steaks left. I can send you more. And she runs a child adoption agency, guys. Okay?
Yeah, I don't think we need a decoder to know what muffins probably means.
Yeah.
She's probably one of those quirky people that was like, guys, we keep saying pizza. Let's use muffins instead, right? She was probably one of those that would just kind of ignore her, like, she's a woman. She doesn't get it. We got to say pizza.
Okay. I know that she was deep in the operation. I'll say that much.
From Ghislaine Maxwell, from Jeffrey Epstein to Ghislaine Maxwell. Can you ask Mike Lee? I would like 24-hour security at my house, former FBI Secret Service, etc. Does he know and trust anyone in Florida? Why does Epstein think he can ask my Senator Mike Lee for favors? Is there anything you want to share with the rest of us, Mike, before the remaining files get leaked?
Yep. Haven't
seen
shit,
jerry rig everything. What a goat. What an absolute goat.
Yep. Listen, Florida, they had a lot of operations here in Florida. Okay, Mar-a-Lago's here. Jeffrey Epstein had...
Not me. Not me.
Not me. That's kind of funny.
Is this the actual Mike Lee account?
Separation of powers. Somebody else.
It might be him.
It might be him, yeah.
July of 2022. Oh, yep, this might be the actual guy. Not me. It's a different Mike Lee.
It could be, but it doesn't sound like it. Why would this guy be referencing Florida?
Mike Lee wasn't even a senator in 2009, correct? Let's find out.
Yeah, this will be easy.
Mike Lee, senator, 2009. Let's find out. He was a private attorney and former law clerk for a successful 2010 campaign. Wonder how it got successful.
Whoa, interesting.
Very, wonder why it was so successful.
I guess he did know somebody.
Yeah, I guess you know a guy, right? Huh?
Here's the other factor here too. So, you look at any one of these guys and these Floridians that we're gonna bring up, and there's more. There's more Floridians. Yeah. You can look at any one of them and go, maybe not. However, the fact that I think it's like 5 politicians here from Florida that we have on these files that are like pretty strongly linked, kind of makes you go, probably. Also, if you really need to know something about Florida and Ron DeSantis' rise to power, Ron DeSantis had an opponent, okay, a Democrat opponent. The Democrat opponent, do you know what happened to him? During the last few months of the campaign, got caught in a hotel with a male prostitute. I wonder how that happened. A successful operation where they caught Ron DeSantis' opponent in a hotel with a male prostitute. And all of a sudden, we have Ron DeSantis in the files. Could be a coincidence, I don't know. But yeah. All right, next one. What do we got?
Epstein Steve Bannon revealed that former Trump advisor Madeleine Westerhouse and Trump were sexually involved. Steve Bannon's talking to probably Trump or Epstein, and they called the woman knee pads. So, yeah.
Yeah. Notably, Western Howe resigned after revealing to a reporter that Trump liked her better than his daughters.
I bet he did. He probably. Well, I don't want to say he wasn't fucking his daughter because it's still possible at this point.
He's in the files saying some weird shit. I think he said to I don't know if it was. I think it was a prostitute that like, oh, you remind me of Ivanka or some nasty shit like that. So it wouldn't surprise me.
Nothing's off the table with these guys. Epstein files,
yes.
George Clooney. Not surprised at all.
Yeah.
This is honestly one of the least surprising ones, to be quite honest. In your present position, it should be George Clooney. Can I have a message? A muse, same as George Clooney. In fact, what about George Clooney? Call the now I know Copenhagen is interesting. Girls, ask Gianni if you can see agencies. Still no reply from Blay. I was there only for 3 hours for a connection flight at 5 p.m. Now on the plane. Subject Clooney. I can come back, though. We'll email Gianni. In the office, rewriting another speech to deliver in an hour. Call after to chat.
I want to make note of all the redactions, just because they're definitely not victims. However, at this point,
not victims.
You know, we've gone over it 1,000 times.
Tom Hanks and Jeb Bush are named in the Epstein files in a tip sent to the Southern District of New York connected to Jeffrey Epstein's child trafficking network. The letter claims the alleged trafficking involved a highly prominent individual. It also alleges that other people are in possession of the list.
Smaller part of holy cow, I'm in the White House. This is a big.
Tom Hanks is one of the most notorious ones, by the way. Like, he's on the same level as George Bush, kind of evil.
I know. I've said multiple times that if there was someone I wanted to see get cooked, it was him.
Yeah, he's one of the few that I would love to watch his death. I'd love to watch his death.
Yeah, I don't think we're
all right,
getting
Doug,
it.
that's the last one. Yeah, probably not.
All right,
next
here's
one, Doug.
The next half of that batch.
Scarlett Johansson was reportedly invited to a dinner on Epstein's Island in 2012 by Woody Allen.
And again, I just want to point out, some of these files by themselves probably seem innocent. But the fact that Woody Allen, who we know is a pedophile, is trying to hook up Scarlett Johansson with Epstein. I don't know, what end of the stick Johansson is on here. It could be that she got her fame, unfortunately. I don't want to say the method out loud, but you know where that's going. So
yeah. So Scarlett Johansson, invited to a dinner.
She was invited. She said she didn't make it.
Couldn't. Maybe she knew. Maybe she didn't. I'll give her a pass for right now. But nothing's off the table. Nothing is off the table. I'm in a remote valley of Afghanistan. My birthday wish for the boys with toys. Spent time with Patreus yesterday, and he loaned me a chopper, actually two, with one as a backup. Can't call till tomorrow. From Tom Pritzker to Jeffrey Epstein.
There's a lot of files.
Billionaires can get access to army equipment.
A lot of files on Tom. Tom Fisker is not a surprise. He held a position in the government. I can't remember which.
Jane Fonda and Robert De Niro. Also not really surprising.
Nope.
She looks like her eyes are painted onto her eyelids.
Yeah, you can read the file.
Two of the biggest Trump. Yeah, we can read it. Once all the money is in from the sale of apps, silver clothes, etc., we'll have a sit down with the Moran. Is it going to be 100% Junite? Even Apparelman on Yum Yum has some Goyum. I'm getting my media elite list FedExed out for Saturday when we email some names. What about Charlie Rose? Love him. What about Jane Fonda, my new best friend? Nothing like an ex-Jew hater with a Jewish boyfriend to mix it up. Peg. Dubin, Dershowitz, Zuckerman all said yes to September 18. Yom Kippur Redemption sounds like a wrestling event I need you to oversee.
Yeah, something I thought was extremely interesting, just in general, and I'm sure there's tons of reasons why. But I was always curious as to why some of these actors and actresses were so vehemently against Trump in office. Like it didn't make sense to me. Like, why are they so outspoken? Obviously, some of them were paid.
Yeah.
But the rumor or the connection is that, Trump is what he is also in the files. However, they did get released under his presidency, some of them. And a lot of them seem to contain the names of the people who, or the celebrities who really didn't want him in office.
Yeah. That Epstein wasn't sex trafficking children. That's where his email says he was doing it at 901 East Carey Street, Suite 210. It's pretty specific. Special Agent Blank. I'm a threat intake examiner at the FBI National Threat Operations Center unit where we receive information from public regarding criminal activity and threats to national security. The following information is being forwarded for your situational awareness and any action deemed inappropriate. On 8/31/2022 at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, anonymous complaint internet protocol address, which resolves to Madison, Alabama 35756, submitted online tip to the FBI National Threat Operations Center via tips.fbi.gov regarding information pertaining to Jeffrey Epstein in Madison, Alabama. Transaction number, violation, human trafficking, emergency, false, threat to life, false, submitted text. Jeffrey Epstein is bringing children to the Omni to human, sex trafficking them out to rich business people. If you go to 901 East Carey Street, Suite 210, Richmond, Virginia 23219 of the South State Bank. On the top floor, there is a housekeeping door. I think once inside the men's restroom, once you enter on the right. Inside this should be a crawl space in the ceiling, a water faucet, and a wall on the right. The wall on the right behind the actual wall contains a passageway with an inscription about Gabe, a human trafficking victim that Jeffrey Epstein kept. I do not know what is behind the wall, but I remember as kids we were both brought to this area and trafficked in and out of the premises along with other kids.
Yeah. So this
questions.
Sorry.
Yeah. Please provide details about where specific location where the victim is being held. How do you know the victim? Who has control of the victims? Yeah. They listed this as emergency false, threat to life false.
What does that mean? They listed it what? Like it's fake?
No, they just listed it as a non-emergency and not a threat to life.
Okay. Yeah, so basically this is a tip that was passed on to an FBI agent who then passed it to his higher-ups. And obviously nothing more really came from it. I mean, just to be blunt.
Oh, fucking. All right, but we're not even halfway done on this shit. Can you call me on landline home number? Can you think of anyone in India, China, Japan, etc. that might want the endorsement of Leonardo DiCaprio?
This is again Peter Mendelsohn.
Yeah.
So the UK said they are investigating Peter, for potential arrest. Not crazy, so little happen.
Cheese is code for little girl. I just want to cry. Okay, Sarah. Well, instead of fucking crying, how about you woman up and you actually start, investigating more of this shit instead of, crying. Pete, can you also bring the cheese holder things you have so people don't manhandle the cheeses? I only have 3. You only have 3?
Just Peter
Jesus, buddy. Talk about greedy.
Peter and Ashley Ho.
Let's search these people up.
Yeah.
It's a fairly uncommon name to see.
It's just so wild how casual they are about it. I mean, I guess it's not that wild, but...
No, the guy is dead. Ashley Taylor is alive.
Peter.
Actually, whole interference with custody. That's not the same guy.
Him. I guess too young.
Legend will be missed.
Thank you, LinkedIn.
It's whatever. LinkedIn ain't doing shit for me. Well, this one is next. Ex-NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg, along with other Norwegian officials, are in Epstein files. They suffered massive human trafficking. I started as a young child. They made a sex slave. They tried to kill my brain. Royalties in Norway. Gunhild Stordelin, Peter Stordelin, Gijel Inge, Roque, Jens Stoltenberg, and others tried to put me into coma, and they wanted to make me disabled. Victim claims.
Again, guys, by itself could be fake. How do you want to know how we know it's real? It mentions the fucking Duchess of Norway.
Yeah.
Go back up. Who is it from Norway it mentions?
Jens Stoltenberg.
The royalties in Norway. Well, we know the royalties in Norway were involved. Confirmed.
Yeah.
So why would they be lying about these other people here? Jens Stoltenberg. You know what's so wild is I was talking with a family member.
Yeah.
And just kind of, I can't remember the context, but we were just saying that we thought that a lot of the people in the G7, the presidents or whatever, we were like, we think they were all just pedophiles. Like, they would meet up for the G7 meetings, and we were like, we just assumed they were pedophiles. But just based on, like, how they look, how they act, all the different stuff that happens whenever they get together. And this person I'm thinking of, I won't say their name out loud, mentioned Jens Stoltenberg. They knew.
Yeah, it's pretty
funny.
They
fucking knew.
Wow, no one found this horrific Donald Trump mentioned Epstein files because of the handwritten. Oh, by the way, Ed Krasenstein.
He's another pedophile.
He runs he ran. Yeah, he's a pedophile. He ran a pedophilic porn website that got shut down. So just FYI.
Yeah. But if there's anyone who needs to draw as much attention away from himself as possible, it's this guy. So
Doug, I ain't frying my brain trying to read this fucking cursive ass handwriting.
It's fine. We don't have to read it. It's okay.
Trying to force her to miscarriage after she got pregnant. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's old news.
That sounds in line with what we've seen quite a few times already. So
Peter Mandelson asked Jeffrey Epstein how the boy is doing following an appointment at his island.
Mm-hmm. Peter, you should be lynched. Peter Mandelson. Yeah. What's funny is as we post clips on IG...
Don't say his name 3 times, otherwise he appears behind you.
And
you revert back to a child.
Clarence Thomas, who is currently on the Supreme Court.
I'd like to say this one surprises me, but it really doesn't.
This one kind of does, just a little bit, just because of how...
I'm a target of Donald Trump. In 2014, a CIA agent tricked me into going to Epstein's in Palm Beach. He said I was going to a holiday party. I got there with him, and he was handed a drink, and I was drugged once again. He took me to a room, said, wait here, I'll be right back. Immediately, the door was shut and locked by Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein. Every time I tried to get out, they would back me into the room, and it was Ghislaine Maxwell who was really doing this. I was locked in a room to be a sex slave. At one point, the butler unlocked the door, and standing there was Donald Trump. I wasn't his cup of tea. He said to a man, make sure she drinks some of that so she forgets I was here, and said to the butler, only open the door that you think I will like. Jesus.
Yeah, it's
pretty In 1998, Robert A. Murray, my boss at the Bank of Boston, said there was psychopaths in the CIA and FBI playing a game. He said Donald Trump was bald and was in this pedophile ring. He mentioned Justice Clarence Thomas, who I didn't know. He also told me I was sold to the CIA by the man who pretended to be my father, the man that raped me, repleted me, and sex trafficked me. I didn't believe it, but I do now. In 2014, I was abducted by Kevin Weeks and another man. A woman I knew set me up and said she knew these men. I couldn't remember Kevin Weeks because I was drugged on a substance that erases your memory. I was raped and tortured. I was drugged and smashed in the head with a hammer. As the men smashed me in the head, the man who tortured me said, be careful, she's our computer. That man was electrocuting me as he was saying, you're not going to talk about the kidnapping you witnessed, right, Christine? And he would electrocute me. John Martorano was the man who raped me and took a picture of me naked and said, let's take a picture for Clarence Thomas. This is Clarence Thomas raped me at a church in Massachusetts when I was about 4.
Yeah, I mean that one. I don't know. When you hear the stories, it's always kind of rough, a little more rough. But yeah. What people are currently doing, and honestly, doing a better job than any form of law enforcement here in the U.S. currently, is they're piecing these things together by tracking where these people were at the times of the accusations. So, tracking Clarence Thomas during that time period, you get some very interesting results.
Well, here's a shocking one.
Oh, yeah.
This one I wasn't expecting.
I wasn't expecting this one either. So this one's like, I guess, kind of conspiratorial, but it's real interesting.
April 4th, Ehud Barak, Peter Mandelson, etc.
J.K. Rowling and Jeffrey Epstein. So go ahead and start.
You know what? Now it's starting to make sense why the Harry Potter books got so much traction. How much dick did she have to suck to get that cum on the pages?
Okay, calm down.
I don't know what you're trying to say, Wordsmith. I can't go around flying places for dinner parties, although I'd love to. I may be in New York the week of the 8th, but I'm not sure yet. I'll explain that again when we meet. Of course, would pay your ticket if that's the issue rather than the lack of available time. Of course you would. I know that, and thank you. But if I don't see the inside of another airplane in New York until summer, I will be a happy woman. I'll let you know when I'm next there. Have fun on the 4th. J.K. Rowling.
Yeah.
Really?
I doubt who else signs it like that. Who else signs it like that, huh?
I mean, you couldn't, like...
Who else signs
it? It's so random.
I know. So
it's like saying Winnie the Pooh in the Epstein file. So
yeah, I know. J.K. Rowling signs her Instagram post with JX as a signature.
With a capital J and a
lowercase x. And we have a reply here in the files in which the person talking to Jeffrey Epstein ended it with JX.
And if you look at the comparison they have here at the top with the red lettering, you can kind of see J.K. Rowling matches up with the size of the black box.
Could be. Very much could be. I think it probably is.
You already know the fucking trans people on Twitter are about to set up a fucking hailstorm for this bitch. They're wanting her head on a pike now, as if they didn't want it before. It's all they're going to be talking about for the next few months. Jay Collins, Florida candidate for Florida governor, not anymore. Does his wife know about this? Jay Collins tomorrow. Snowden and my dad would be proud. Now easier to prepare. James Fishback does not appear in the Epstein files. Yes. No, but he is a federal agent. So yeah, sorry.
Yeah, a lot of Floridian politicians in those files, boys.
Yeah. Turkey sold thousands of underage children, mainly survivors of the earthquake in 1999, to Jeffrey Epstein's island for $200 million, smuggling them out by private planes. Turkey as a country has no right to exist. Each time they would travel to one of these destinations, the same pattern of sexual abuse would occur, often with a vast array of aspiring models, actresses, celebrities, and or other females, including minors from all over the world. Upon information and belief, the defendant transported minor girls from Turkey, the Czech Republic, Asia, and numerous other countries, many of whom spoke no English. The plaintiff's knowledge, the only females specifically excluded from the defendant's sexual escapades were African Americans. Man, African Americans. I mean, this is the one break that they get, you know. Former French economy and finance minister Bruno Le Maire was introduced to Jeffrey Epstein, the convicted sex offender's house, according to the latest document released by U.S. Department of Justice. Who is the head of the U.S. Department of Justice? Is he going to be killed soon? What's going on here?
No, it's just like the official person, you know, like the DOJ releases it, but they do attach a name for it. He's the head, so his name gets attached.
Who is the head of the DOJ?
He's a piece of shit too. He's a piece of shit too. He has a video right now of him saying, "Yeah, listen, we aren't going to post the files with all the snuff stuff."
Pam Bondi.
No, she's
the
Attorney General.
Yeah. It says the department is headed by the U.S. Attorney General.
Right. So this person is directly underneath her.
Oh yeah, but who's running this operation? Who's releasing all this shit?
What do you mean? Well, it depends on what you mean. Do you mean like
think about it? Okay, think about it like this thing. The president is Trump. He's literally the fucking president.
Right. He signs the executive order, and then it goes down to Pam Bondi. Okay, and then Pam Bondi passes it down to this guy, and then this guy dishes it out to the team. So the redactions, you know, whatever. Then it gets spread out. Then it comes back to him, and then it goes back to Pam Bondi, and they kind of between the three of them, Trump, Bondi, and him, they decide who wants to announce it. They gave it to that guy to announce it. All right. So that guy came out and he gave this whole speech both times that they released the files. And in the speeches, he's getting eaten alive for it. He said, A, there won't be any new investigations. B, they aren't releasing any more files. And C, that they weren't releasing any files that contained, you know, the death stuff. So Sarah Ferguson, we talked about her earlier. She took her two girls to visit Epstein 5 days after his prison release.
Playing on the fucking DS.
She just stepped down herself from whatever role she had. But, yeah.
I honestly, Doug, I don't think this is going to slow down anytime soon.
I don't think so either. Again, it's over 6 million files. Here we are.
What's it?
British people. Here you go. This one's for you. Rishi Sunak, previous prime minister. Peter Mendelsohn. Was Peter Mendelsohn a prime minister? No. Surely not. He's a British politician. What was his job? Oh, he's just an MP. Yeah, no, he wasn't. He was working for Israel. He was an agent.
It looked like someone venting to Jeffrey Epstein on 2025.
Oh, there's nothing more worthy of evidence than that. Read it out loud. Let's see what we got.
Yeah.
Read it.
I can barely read this shit, and it sounds like someone just bitching. Hello, Keir Starmer. I want you to arrest me. We're releasing a police round from the UK because you are a cunt. This is just someone bitching, Doug. I don't care for this.
Okay.
I don't care for this.
Well, the show does revolve around you and what you care about.
I'm sorry. It's just uninteresting. It's just someone bitching via email. Turkey sent small orphan girls who survived the devastating earthquake to Epstein Island. What? Now there's an earthquake arc in Epstein Island.
Well, that's what they
Quick,
did. So
use the children to shield yourselves from the earthquake.
So they have these operations where there are like charity, organizations in which they would be saving children from whatever earthquakes, fucking storm disasters, whatever, from all over the world. Turkey has an earthquake. Don't worry, we'll send Suzanne, whatever her name is, to go and save the children. And then those children get funneled into a sex trafficking ring.
Okay. Well, that was the last one there. You need to send me the next set, Doug. Assuming you have more, I'm guessing.
Oh, of course. All right, we're gonna jump over to our next big name, which is Bill Gates. Not that surprising. Just want to kind of touch on him a little bit. Because
please find attached a draft agenda for the meeting on preparing for pandemics as requested. Let's discuss next steps. For example, how to officially involve the WHO in... This is so blatant, Doug. This is so boring. It's like...
It's proof.
Oh, we're looking for the smoking gun, and we walk into the building, and the gun's literally on fire.
It's proof. Subject, preparing for pandemics. So, context... Bill Gates had a lot of involvement when it came to the COVID-19 pandemic, both in its creation and in the vaccine's creation. He also
Geneva meeting on pandemics. Look at the name of the file, too.
I know.
It's like,
yeah, there's not hidden at all. It's not hidden at all.
It's like we're gonna bomb City Hall. The subject of the email: bombing City Hall. Pound 2. The attachment: the general meeting on bombing City Hall.
Yeah. FYI, Bill Gates helped create COVID, helped sell the vaccine, and him and Jeffrey were preparing for this in 2017. That's what this email is proving.
It's like, remember the SpongeBob SquarePants movie? It's when fucking Plankton pretends to be like a stoner dude, and he calls Mr. Krabs when Neptune's in the restaurant with him, and he's like, hey, Mr. Krabs, this is the guy, this is the guy Steve who stole Neptune's crown, yeah. This is you helped me out, Mr. Krabs, or whatever. I don't remember the exact. I gotta pull up the exact scene. I'm sorry, I have to pull up the exact scene.
Oh, you're gonna get us copyrighted. You're gonna make me lose my mind.
SpongeBob phone call movie. Let me see. SpongeBob. Wait, where is it? SpongeBob SquarePants movie.
Just give it up. Give it up.
Nope. I'm finding it, Doug. I'm finding it.
Nobody cares.
We're not going to get copyrighted for a fucking old-ass movie.
Every time you say that, we get copyrighted. Every time you say, oh, yeah, this is from 1886. They can't copyright us. Some fucking neo-musician. I'm literally not going to show it on stream.
Come on, Doug. It's just one small clip.
They'll copyright us. They love copywriting us.
They won't copyright us. Like, if they copyright us, you can blame me. I don't care.
Okay, well, blaming you doesn't get us our money back.
We don't make any money, Doug.
True.
Crazy, I didn't do it! Ahoy! This is Eugene Krabs. Leave a message!
Hi, Mr. Krabs. This is Clay, the guy you sold Neptune's crown to. Yeah, I just wanted to say thanks again for selling the crown.
We get it. We get it. Yeah, basically. It's probably very intentional. I'm sure there were names in there that the Trump administration was like, yeah, fuck this guy over. I mean, we know Trump hates Bill Gates. Bill Gates was also another one that really didn't want Trump to win.
Yeah. But he kowtows all the same. I bet Bill Gates was probably like, man, I don't want Trump to win. This is going to suck. And Epstein was like, don't worry. We got something in store for him. we got some dirt. Bill, Larry, and I have been working on deliverables for at the time. Why does he type like this? I fucking hate this guy.
Because you got to remember, he's smashing on his phone. So, people type on their phone.
I have spoken with Roger, Mark, Chris, Trevor, Jeff, and next week, Bose, Jonna. Everyone has offered guidance, advice, thoughts, and ideas as Larry works to put together any required documentation. We're trying to make sure we make this time valuable for all. areas where I'm interested in terms of scope: domestic health and neurotech, brain science, and propose these as deliverables. Please let Larry and I know what you think. Deliverables to improve access and secure personal health data. Blueprint and/or recommendations for zero knowledge proof-based digital systems secure private personal health information while allowing access to digitally redacted personal information.
Wow, that sounds a lot like the Palantir
White paper and
system is
recommendation on
currently running.
neurotechnologies related to chronic degenerative disease. White paper on neurotechnologies as weapons and national intelligence and defense. Follow-up recommendations and neurotechnical specifications for strain pandemic simulation. Happy to do whatever else is helpful or adapt along the way. Thanks for the opportunity. Hope the weekend is off to a good start. Yeah, that's pretty blatant. Bill Gates was discussing strain pandemic simulation. Yep, we just read that. And then on to the next one.
All right, now we have connections with Mossad and the CIA.
I don't believe in Mossad. I don't think it exists, Doug.
I know.
Lord Mandelson emailed Jeffrey Epstein persuading Gordon Brown to resign as prime minister. Finally got him to go today. Brown resigned the following day. Also appears to refer to secret tunnels connecting N010 and Ministry of Defense. I have faith that values and chapters in your book should now increase. Question mark? Including the underground walk from N010 to the Ministry of Defense with GB for secret late night talk with libs. I have faith that values and chapters. Okay. The value of chapters should now increase.
Mendelsohn was a fucking agent for sure. Mendelsohn, by the way, guys, it was a not prime minister. Was he a PM? No, he's MP for the UK. So I think it's like
Robert, Ghislaine, and Jeffrey were all Mossad agents trying to blackmail leaders in the political and financial world. From Mark Iverson. Second black book. I called to report the following 3 items. Bill Richardson, Albert Kirk, I met Ghislaine. The second black book that was found in the streets. Epstein's blackbook.com has Ghislaine's siblings in England. And of course, she is one of the daughters of Robert Maxwell, publisher. 2 of her sisters lead a company for USDO Department of Justice software. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah. 2 of her sisters.
So the same.
Hold on.
The
Stop.
same.
Oh, you're reading it so poorly. Please listen. 2 of her sisters, referring to Ghislaine, led a company for U.S. DOJ, Department of Justice software. A backdoor to the software is suspected. Robert was given a state funeral in Israel after his tragic death. I suspect Robert, Ghislaine, and Jeffrey were all Mossad agents trying to blackmail leaders in the political and financial world. This was sent in 2021. This is probably, so the name is blacked out. This is definitely, most probably from an agent in the CIA or FBI, a good one. A good one who's trying to expose.
Wait a minute, wait, Doug. You know what this means, right?
What? This confirms what?
This means this adds an extreme amount of validity to everything the Department of Justice has released.
What do you mean? In what way?
Because there's a backdoor to the software that's used by the Department of Justice, right? Correct?
Yeah. Yep.
Which means more than one person probably knows how to either remove or release files on their server, right?
Yeah.
Which means the files that have been released since now have been done so more than likely by people without the knowledge of the backdoor. Correct?
I see what you're saying. You're talking about the ones that have been released before.
If they wanted to get rid of it, they would have gotten rid of it. And if someone that was on the outside that already knew about the backdoor wanted to release them, they would have released them in the same method that it's already been released. So that it provides even more validity to the things that we're reviewing right now.
Yeah, I mean, kind of. It adds more validity to the stuff that came unredacted, that was released early. Probably some leaks, some leakers in there.
That's new. Epstein was Mossad. Every single rape, every moment of torture, and every kill was for Israel.
As far as this is from Mark Iverson. Yeah, it's the same thing.
Same shit, yeah. Epstein's associates tortured U.S. federal agents in Mexico during investigation,
so
reportedly severing an agent's arm.
Again, this is probably having to do with Marcinko, but let's see.
Turner was aghast when he clearly saw a very prominent figure from the United States in one of the videos. Turner said the American embassy is mad at him for what he is doing. Turner spoke with the Mexican president and discussed with him the findings. Turner said the Mexican president gave him the go to contact the FBI and let them know he has his information. Turner said the American embassy in Mexico doesn't want to admit they have agents in charge of investigating him. Turner knows what he is doing is very dangerous, that even one of his partner's arms was cut off. Turner will be arriving in the United States on 8/13/2019 and will stay at the aforementioned address. Turner would appreciate if the FBI wants to contact him to please be mindful that his elderly mother-in-law lives with him, and she'd be very scared if she saw FBI agents in the premises.
It's the second page.
Huh.
Oh, is there only two? Oh, it's just the image.
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine that's to do with the Marcinko thing, but could be any number of things.
The conspiracy theories about the reach of Mossad's influence. Robert Maxwell threatened Mossad. He told them that unless they gave him $400 million to save his crumbling empire, he would expose all he had done for them. In that time, he had free access to Margaret Thatcher's Downing Street, to Ronald Reagan's White House, to the Kremlin, to the corridors of power throughout Europe. Maxwell passed on all the secrets he learned to Mossad and Tel Aviv, and in return, they tolerated his excesses, vanities, and insatiable appetite for luxurious lifestyle and women. He told his controllers who they should target and how they should do it. He appointed himself as Israel's unofficial ambassador to the Soviet bloc.
Subject: he passed away.
Damn,
from Jeffrey Epstein.
You gotta have. I don't think you gotta have a lot of fucking power to threaten a fucking foreign intelligence agency that controls one of the world's largest militaries.
He's got to be an idiot. He died for it, so.
I mean, he was able to.
He died. Well, I mean, he tried.
He was able to. He was able to.
Not necessarily calling it able to.
The sender of this email giving Jeffrey Epstein permission to kill him appears to be Susan Hamblin.
Yeah, so this is the email we were talking about. We covered this the other day, but he said, "Whoops, I give you permission to kill him. He's apparently with Olga. He lied to you, and he lied to me. No one will lie to you and get away with it from me. No one." Whoops is correct. So, Susan is a little psycho woman for sure, who is not only running a little child trafficking operation herself, but a little murderous woman she is.
Oh, yeah. UFC documents reveal individuals involved in the investigation. Believe Jeffrey Epstein, just like Maxwell Mossad agents, trying to blackmail leaders.
There it is.
We already saw that. Ariane de Rothschild, French banker, shared with Epstein that her family supported Hitler and mass destruction to gain more power, and also asked if he got her video with the girls. First, it turns out to be 100% true. Hitler was selling his clothes and artworks and living in a shelter funded by Jews. Epstein, Rothschild, and Gutman. No conspiracy. The Epsteins were the Vienna bankers, bought their bank on the ring. Hence, still play Epstein, where are you? I'm in bed with your cold. And Dave Rothschild. I know it's true, but regularly used to say that Rothschild planned and supported Hitler and mass destruction to gain more power. I'm in the Maldives, also with a cold since yesterday. I've been diving a lot, 3 to 4 a day, back in Europe the 3rd. So isn't it crazy? They were saying they don't even even they are like, they still think that it happened, but they still don't think he was the one who did.
Yeah,
that's kind of crazy. Great. Did you get my video with the girls?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah. Shocker.
Rothschilds. We're just threatening all the big ones today.
In a 2018 email, Epstein states that Robert Maxwell, Ghislaine's father, was passed away after attempting to blackmail the Mossad for $400 million. Well, you gotta have a lot of cojones to do that kind of shit.
Yeah, massive.
Epstein bragging about how he represents the Rothschilds.
Again, it's from Peter Thiel to Jeffrey, and to Jeffrey from Peter Thiel, like, brother.
Yeah, this is old. Yeah, we just saw this one.
Yeah.
D. Michael Trippy. Yeah, we already saw this one too.
All right. These are, I don't even know these.
Well, interesting notes. John Brennan gave me the CIA agency medal, CIA's highest award this morning. How cool is that? From Kathy Rumler to Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, Kathy Rumler's a real interesting character too. So she was an aide to Obama. She had a direct link to Jeffrey. She gets the CIA medal from, well, the CIA.
Yeah.
And then she immediately messages Jeffrey. Like, immediately. She's a real interesting woman. She could have just been compromised, like a lot of American politicians and workers seem to be. But, yeah, just an interesting woman.
Most of Epstein's victims were either too frightened to come forward or silenced through legal threats. Oh, and here's a senior British politician giving Epstein tips on how to silence them. I think you also need a UK libel lawyer. Rod Christie Miller of Shillings.
Just another interesting guy who knows so much for a politician. Like this guy is supposed to be a Congress, like comparable to a Congress member here in the U.S. and the U.K. And he's just very active with Epstein across the globe. So my guess is he's an agent too. He's also a nasty person.
New advisory board. Summers, Ahud, Pritzker, no diplomats, not African, serious people with a strong finance operations, reputation, not charity, preferably some Jews.
Yeah, pretty much had his standards for any organization he was putting together. No black people, no women, and only Jews, please. Also, got to spend a lot of money destroying the stereotype that Jews run the world.
Hey, Puggy, you have two choices, or tell the court you partner with your brother, or we will kill your family like your brother. Hey, Puggy, my boss is a very kind person. He loved your brother. Your brother's mistake was that he wanted to tell the court everything. The boss wants to meet you. He just wants to see if you know him or not. What's the boss's name? If you don't answer, the boss will be very upset. You don't know my boss. I think this is fake.
Maybe. We actually have the list he was sending to Steve O'Bannon. So
if you don't answer, the boss will be very. You don't know my boss. It's true. You don't know our boss's name. I'm sure if you know him, tell us he wants to meet you. Just because you don't answer doesn't mean you don't know your brother's killers. It's true. You know that if you tell the police something, we will kill your children. Hey, bitch, don't you want to answer? If you don't answer, I'll suffocate you like your brother. You don't know us, I'm sure. You have children. Bitch, fuck your children. Which one should I kill first? And you know, no one knows who we are. I want to kill them in such a way no one can tell how they died. We have documents that show you had a partnership with your brother. I want to do something to see the death of your loved ones. We will kill one of your children in 72 hours, stupid. Sent via tin cannon and string. Importance, normal. Stacy Richmond from Mark Epstein.
Yeah, it's a tough call. I have no idea. There are two narratives kind of forming from the files. A is that Epstein's still alive and was transferred to Israel, which I think holds a lot of merit. There's a lot of files on that kind of show it's probably
this is
true.
a 4chaner. This is a 4chaner.
Okay.
I get it now. I get it now. Okay. Yeah, it's an empty threat.
I'm not surprised. That's what I figured. I figured it was from a rando.
Yeah, it's from 4chaner. Newly released blackmail is I have a picture of you that if you would like it back, you must pay. Not if you send me a photo. I would greatly appreciate it. That is commerce. I think the price might be too high for that picture. It's commerce. I don't know what that means.
Imagine someone goes to blackmail you, and then you're just like, listen, I'll pay you, but that's too much. It's too much. That picture is not worth that much money.
I will need to be back earlier. Try the early Puerto Rico 29th or the late Puerto Rico 28th.
Oh, yeah. So there's this guy here. This guy here.
This is the guy, yeah.
This guy was on Twitter.
I forget his name.
A while ago. Scroll down. He posted. He was trying to expose the operation. CIA, Mossad, and pedo elite are running some kind of trafficking ring here in Puerto Rico, Caribbean islands. They're going to frame me with laptop planted by my ex-TF. And basically, he died soon after that. And then above is the proof that they were. So he was I believe he was a crypto, in the crypto sphere, and he made a lot of money doing that. And he was trying to expose the operation. And they killed him.
And I mean, could have done a better job at exposing it.
It's a rush job. He could have done a better job. I mean, I guess. I mean, there are people much higher than him up in the food chain who are trying to expose it, and not even their voices got heard. So,
against all odds, we've been granted a meeting with Prime Minister Netanyahu. Surprise, surprise. To Jess Staley.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of files between or on Benjamin Netanyahu that are not released or have been removed.
Former CEO of Barclays. Yeah. Well, it runs deep, Doug. It really runs deep.
Yep, the web is wide. There's a ton of them. Ready for the next batch?
Yeah. What the I decided to sacrifice poor homosexuals. Topic from Friday class. Based on it, we had to write the essay.
What?
What?
Topic from Friday class. Based on it, we had to write the essay. I decided to sacrifice poor homosexuals. Okay. The fuck?
Did they go to that gay bar and just start grabbing people? What happened?
I have no idea.
This one is a duplicate.
Yeah, I know, but it's Kathleen Rumler.
Text chain Woody Allen's adoptive wife, Soon Yi, in which she thanks Epstein for lottery tickets they received from him and says if they win, he's to receive a cut.
Yeah, so the rumor...
Claudette Adams. Platform is iMessage. We see the lottery tickets and hope for the best. Thank you. Woody said if we win, you get a cut. Woody said if we win, you come on our plane. 2 things. 1, tell Woody unnecessary. Describe all at the friendship. 2, Kraus event, March 11th, 13th, Arizona. I think those dates are very good for us, as Woody will not be filming on the weekend. Thank you. I'll tell you what we said. I don't necessarily agree with it, though. Tell Woody unnecessary describes all acts of friendship. I see Vista is about 45 minutes from Salt Lake City. How much of that time would you like to spend in Utah? I will work plan around you guys. Very kind. I can't tell you how much we really appreciate it going through this.
Just go to the next page. Okay. No, there's nothing. I just skimmed it. There's nothing there.
There are no winners for the last week lotto of 400 mil. The prize for this Tuesday Mega Million is 586 mil. Jeffrey wanted me to purchase $10 in tickets for you. Attached are your numbers, which can be checked via our website after 11 p.m. on Tuesday. Good luck, and in case you win, I'm holding your tickets in the safe.
This person is alleging that the lottery is rigged, which it probably is, but I don't feel like these emails are.
Well, yeah, the CIA runs it.
No, I don't think these emails are really doing it justice. So they're trying to say that, like, Jeffrey had some influence over it and could set them up, and so there's the numbers. But we don't know who the person is, and we don't know if they won the lottery. So there's no way to actually...
Richard Kahn is who sent it.
Yeah, well, we don't actually know if they won, so there's no real way to prove that it's rigged using this.
Yeah, why didn't they just release the unredacted numbers? I don't understand that part, but whatever. And this email, Epstein says Davos can replace the UN Cyber Crypto Genetics International Coordination, which is more or less exactly what is happening with Trump.
Yeah, it is kind of funny, actually. I didn't put that together.
Like my sin at the Trilateral Commission. We need a new global architecture. World Economic Forum. Davos is uniquely positioned. Public-private best. Forge. Global architects first. Yeah, I seriously think they're going to sculpt the world in their image. It's
basically, funny. There's the UN and you have the WEF. And it's kind of funny that I went on so many rants last year about how the WEF, World Economic Forum, influences the UN. The WEF literally writes kind of the playbook that the UN should follow, and then the UN passes that to their world leaders. I was just kind of ranting about it. I didn't actually know that,
this is nutty.
Ideologically, that is how it works. It's pretty funny, though.
Yeah, they have all sorts of protection around your mugshot picture on Wiki, and so we are hacking Wiki now to remove it and replace it with the photo that you sent, which will have the headline, Jeffrey Epstein, businessman, philanthropist. By the way, we also took you out in the sex offender category and removed the headline of the beginning sentence from the Wiki that also stated sex offender. And now it just reads businessman, philanthropist. We recorded the IP addresses of the people who are going in and changing our edits back and actually hacked the site to block them back in. That's why the site has been stable.
Yeah. So a hacker here basically was changing the Wikipedia page so that it removed the pedophile, that he was a pedophile, Jeffrey Epstein's Wikipedia page, changing it so it didn't show that he's a pedo, and then locking it and blocking out other hackers so they couldn't change, or other people so that they couldn't change it back.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just pretty, Doug, this was posted by? Sean King, a fucking goonie for Black Lives Matter. You wanna know what's so funny, Doug?
What?
Like all these people, like all these fucking like losers, right? All these people that we thought were the villains, right? Like the fucking BLM protesters and the Somalis, like all these people are like such small fry. It's like it's like Spider-Man fights like Doc Ock, the Green Goblin, the Lizard Guy, right?
Well, there's some irony. There's a lot of irony here, right? Because the Somalis, the money goes to Somaliland, linked to Israel. This guy here, Sean King, I'm going to assume he's a libtard. I don't know that. I'm just, if he's a BLM
But isn't
guy,
it crazy the people that like the normies of like 10 years ago thought were the villains are actually just temporary allies in a fight against a greater evil, technically.
Nah, these guys are all fucking dumb. Hey, they're putting in the work for us though, so that's great.
Hey, look, it's the list for Steve Bannon.
So here's the lineup here. So we got the two narratives. One is that he was taken out from, maybe both are true. One is Epstein didn't die. Of course, he gets rescued and sent off to Israel. Very possible. There's a lot of proof for it. I don't have them here. We'll probably do it in another episode. But a lot of people already have that content. The other line is this, is that just like Ghislaine Maxwell's dad was killed, Jeffrey Epstein was killed because he created this list. So I guess he wanted out, this is the narrative. Maybe he wanted out of prison. Yeah. I don't know, but he sends Steve O'Bannon this list. And there's a lot of names on here. You can look. Schumer's on here. Clinton's on here. Woody Allen, Rothschild, the Queen, Khashoggi, Rockefeller. I mean, there's a lot of interesting. Barack. There's a lot of interesting names here. Siegelman. I mean, a lot of names that we've cut. The Sultan. I mean, we've covered a lot of these people. Gates, Thiel, Hoffman. I mean, all of these names are people who we kind of know are pedos, right? Summers is on here. Silverstein is on here, right? There's a lot of people on here who we know are pedos. So this list here gets sent. Can you go back up? I want to keep looking at the list. Middle.
So he had his own Samson option. He was gonna in the courts. He was gonna apparently fucking leak everything, right? And so they killed him. And I'm actually starting to believe at this point that they may have actually just straight up killed him because he was he was salty, right? Because he's like a child, right?
Yeah,
he's salty, right?
Oh yeah.
So he's just gonna be like, I'm throwing a tantrum. I'm releasing everything, and they were like, shit. Get Clinton on the line. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's possible. It is very, very. I see both narratives being very possible. But there's another list with a lot of known pedophiles on it. So this is another interesting one. It's an email in which they talk about traumatizing children in order to unlock psychic powers. Now, if you're kind of not familiar with that type of narrative, we've seen this proposed quite a few times, including within some CIA documents that have been released, in which they believe they can create psychic powers through kind of trauma and in some people.
Here's the thing, Doug. Here's the thing. And I don't want to seem too crazy from saying this, but
I know. I hate that we're covering some very obvious stuff, and then we're also talking about some of the mythical kind of conspiratorial stuff. Guys, it's up to yourselves to, decide what it is you think is true here.
Things in this world work in wavelengths, right? And the brain also works in wavelengths, right? If you spam a specific frequency into the brain, it can cause pain or it can cause clear mind, things like that, right? And the brain itself can produce these similar frequencies if you're, obviously you're on the right wavelength. And technically speaking, people that have endured trauma at a young age can either go one of a few directions, right? And one of them being they are traumatized for life. They become, they develop PTSD. They develop all these debilitating mental illnesses as a result of the horrific things that happened to them. And then a smaller, less significant section of them see the abuse as less of something that happened to them and more of something that happened in the world around them. And they kind of view life from a tertiary perspective, which allows them to put their minds on the same wavelength that people with psychic powers or psychic readings are said to have, right? So they disassociate from the trauma, which allows them to associate more closely with the wavelengths that occur naturally for psychosis or psychic powers. Does that make any sense, Doug?
I see what you're saying. Yes, I understand. I won't say
I understand. There's not a whole lot of open research about it, because if there was, it would be immediately discredited.
There weirdly is a lot of research on it. It's just not necessarily available. So it feels like it's leaking to us. The thing is, I'm not sold just because I haven't seen enough. But it's funny that it is a common narrative that we've seen across, different organizations and different people. So again, guys, I know we're combining some of the more, side stuff, but it's important that we show it and you kind of decide for yourselves what you think is true or not. And tell us, because we love to hear about it.
Just heard about Epstein based on what we discovered here in involvement. We don't believe it was a suicide. When you have 5 minutes, you need to listen to what we have as evidence. There's also an FBI report that 2 agents were killed in an attempt to investigate Epstein's child trafficking in Mexico.
So again, that March 5 operation, that shit's wild. I feel bad for the Mexican government. He's just like, this guy here's a child trafficker. Let's go arrest him. And all of a sudden, FBI agents are fucking flying out shooting at you.
Okay, this guy is saying 4chan, the 4chaner that said that Epstein was flown out. I'm shaking right now. I think they switched him out, which is also highly likely as well. That's probably more highly likely than him being shot and killed. But
well, it's possible he had that list. He sent it. Maybe they caught on that he sent the list. We're like, all right, fine, we'll get him out. Who knows? Who knows? But that list does contain a lot of names of people we know who are pedophiles and linked to him in that way. So I'm inclined to think it's a real.
Oh yeah, here's him on his ranch as well.
Yep, somebody sent us this. We saw this on YouTube. Sent us this a while ago.
Yeah, so there's still a good chance he's probably alive, but I could see them potentially killing him as well.
I think both are.
But he had a lot of friends, so.
Yeah, equally likely, I'd say.
Just heard about Epstein based upon what we've discovered here and who was involved here in Mexico. We don't believe it was suicide. When you have 5 minutes, you need to listen to what we have as evidence. Sent from Proton Mail.
From Kent.
Yeah. 4chaners for the win, right? Larry Summers, are there any tax breaks for the wealthy in the 2017 Tax Act? I don't know of any. They did a great job of closing most, at least for the Goyim.
I just thought that shit was funny.
Okay, yeah. You're just chuckling. You're just chuckling with them now, aren't you,
There's
Doug?
nothing crazy about it. It's just funny that, like, I just find it so funny. They spent trillions of dollars trying to destroy the narrative that Jews run the world. That they look it down on normal people, and then the Epstein files get released, and it turns out Jews run the world, and they look down on normal people, Gentiles. Like, all that money just went to waste. You know what I mean? This is trillions of dollars. We could have colonized another planet, and it goes.
Also, why is his name redacted?
So I mean, we could have asked that about every single file we pulled up at this point. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just like I can.
So this is another one. So I mean, obviously, you guys are probably familiar with the whole. They're also eating babies, which they were. Do you know what's funny? We posted a video. Remember we were talking about that? Do you ever remember the video, the IDF soldier who was talking about eating children? Do you remember that? Palestinian babies? Yeah. I saw that video, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, there's no way we could show this. It's so outlandish. There's no way it can be real. We did it anyway, of course. It's out there. We posted it. I think the video is literally called IDF Soldier Eats Babies or some shit.
Yeah.
And here we have tons of files where these people are talking about eating babies. And so we have one here. I don't know.
Well,
can you go
for
back?
Judaism, it's part of their religion. It just is. That's why you don't really know a whole lot about Judaism unless you're on the know, right?
I mean, I guess you can read the Talmud. There's already a lot of interesting things in there.
Yeah, but people generally have more general knowledge about Christianity or Muslim.
Go back to that file.
Which one?
The I Eat Babies file. Talking about babies tasting like cream cheese or some shit.
Oh yeah, I don't know what the fuck this is about.
Yeah, so this is from Jeffrey to somebody else. There are millions of babies, very little good vegetable cream cheese. Well, I don't know if cream cheese and baby are on the same level. It's okay, there's still enough time today. I'm trying to schedule priming for 5:30, fuel explosion, 9:45. We'll bring a new engine startup video. Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Fuel explosion just means flying.
Oh. Yeah. Subject is cream cheese baby.
Yeah, so if you see someone with a BlackBerry, please be immediately suspicious of them.
Apparently.
Yeah, because there's no reason to own a BlackBerry.
Oh, yeah, well, weren't BlackBerries known for their privacy, right? That was the thing?
Yeah, and you could send an email with it. That was the big thing back in the day, right? 2009?
Ah, that's right. They had that
you didn't have the iPhone yet, right? Yeah. I know Schubert regularly used to say that Rothschilds planned and supported Hitler and mass destruction to gain more power. Yada yada. I'll be there in 2030 to get my video with the girls. No. Monitor.
Any more?
Yeah. Epstein's mistake was that he wanted to tell the court everything.
Yeah, so
emailed to Epstein's brother.
Yeah, somebody sent that to him. Epstein's mistake was that he wanted to tell the court everything, and then they had that list that we showed.
Greece was sacrificed to bail out German and French banks.
We don't have to read all that. We can just kind of take it for its word of mouth. But basically,
that's pretty funny.
German and French banks were kind of failing, and they slapped it all on Greece.
Bannon and Jeffrey Epstein, McAfee discussed the Federal Reserve as a weapon. Getting rid of Powell, much more important than Syria. That is, I guess, Pompeo, only one left, unless Ambassador Heather has a brilliant idea. See to Jared and Ivanka need to go. Powell began working as a managing director for Bankers Trust, but he quit in 1995. No, Munchen is okay. It's simple. 15 years ago, the geriatrics understood that the internet was like telephones, connections only. Then my nerds taught them that cyber is a weapon. Same with the Fed. It's a weapon to be used with sophistication. Inflation is a concept from the 50s before the internet set. Instantaneous info around the world. So dumber. So dumb. Sorry. What's that one? This one? The Inland Predator. That explains the logo. Yeah, because apparently, I don't know if you know this, he had a hand in the appearance of microtransactions in Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And that's why they called Call of Duty Point CP as a joke.
Yeah, isn't that wild how in your face it is? So Epstein, who was obviously, we covered it as a Kodak, and basically they named COD points and microtransactions in video games.
Yeah. So, yeah. You're getting shit on Xbox Live by Jeffrey Epstein. He was talking about fucking your girlfriend while you're 15. And then he was, fucking, jorking it. And then he was fucking killing you in Xbox Live on Modern Warfare. It was a different time. And then the name of his bank account is named Ball. No, nothing surprising there. So I swear to God, if this thing doesn't fucking load, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Yeah, your internet
Epstein gets
sucks.
Activision the idea for microtransactions to target kids. They call it CP.
Read the email.
This is from Bobby Kotick. X Prize is a good idea, but key is real world rewards. Learn to read. Something, cell phone minutes, iPhone credits, right? I'm all for indoctrinating kids into an economy. You gotta love how his example for real world rewards is virtual items and games. Pablos.
Yeah, so that leads to the creation of COD points.
Isn't that hilarious?
That's just wild.
What a twisted joke. Epstein files email about the Zodiac, one of the last secret types of site. Yeah.
Ugh.
A redacted individual fielded Epstein's input on whether Nobel Prize winning physicist Murray Gell-Mann was a worthy candidate for a secret society called Zodiac. Yeah, we already saw that.
Today's Show news anchor. Well, who are the members? 12th Fed chair.
Bob Perret, CEO of Rothschild America and senior managing director of Bear Stearns. Paul Volcker, 12th Federal Reserve chair. Tom Brokaw, Today Show and NBC Nightly news anchor.
Yeah, fucking couldn't tell me that doesn't have anything to do with MJ-12. What are you doing?
Looking to see if I can find one of the newly released videos.
That's Andrew. Prince Andrew with on top of some
child.
Child, yeah. Sorry. Ugh.
This one is. I don't know what's going on here. I'm assuming this is a child of some sort.
Probably.
Jeez.
This is Brett Ratner. He says that's with his wife, but I don't know, Chief.
What's he doing? Can you not afford a dentist, buddy? Come on.
He literally had a dentist's office in all of his places.
Well, I don't know if that's what it was used for.
Be careful what we fucking click.
There's another video. See if I can't find it.
I mean, there's lots of monstrous videos available.
Let's see. There was a Russian chick. See if I can't find the video again. Yeah, this one's old. Makes me wonder who leaked the early ones.
I saw one with Trump and Epstein, but
Okay,
I
here it
couldn't
is.
tell if it was real or not. What is it?
The reason it doesn't...
I don't get it. Just a little girl.
There's a slightly more graphic version of this.
What happened?
But yeah. So she's wearing a sailor outfit. She's easily like 12 or 13. And the sailor outfit is like fucking see-through. Or it's like a Japanese high school girl uniform. But yeah, it's pretty close up and personal. And other versions of it. It's probably not being allowed on X for obvious reasons. This one's clearly AI. I don't even need to continue to look at that. Here's another version of it.
I'll be
I'm not going to show you the rest. And there's a whiteboard right here as well that says restaurant in Russian. And then luxury, and then below it, it says the last name of the girl.
I've had Russians messaging me about the U.S. Guys, Russia was involved too. I listen. There's no shortage of political leaders who are pedos. Okay, I can literally link pretty much every single politician in the world to some pedophilic activity. It's literally not even hard. From Asia, most of Europe, if not all of Europe.
Oh, former governor of South Carolina.
What is this?
Nikki Haley.
No way.
I have two babies with me. Can you arrange a flight for me? Can't leave them at home. I can do that. Nikki Haley's cooked.
Nikki Haley was more than just a governor. She ran for presidency and actually almost, well, I won't say she almost won,
almost
but
got
she
nominated,
ran.
But almost got nominated. Yep.
Makes
you wonder how they get their power to begin with.
Yeah, so, if we're just kind of doing a blanket analysis here, basically in order to win any campaign, except Thomas Massie, he's the only one.
Yeah, Thomas Massie is the only one. If you are going to vote in 3 years,
I urge
everyone.
Here.
I urge everyone that is watching right now, do not put any of the names that are currently nominated. Don't put Trump. Don't put Vance. Don't put fucking Kamala. Don't put fucking Biden. Nothing.
Thomas Massie.
You're gonna write down on that fucking sheet of paper Thomas fucking Massie.
Thomas Massie.
It doesn't matter who the vice president is. Just Thomas fucking Massie. The vice president doesn't fucking matter at all. Doesn't fucking matter. If you want, you can put Marjorie Taylor Greene, but they threatened to kill her kids, so she's probably not coming back.
Yeah, she doesn't seem like she really wants to face that war horse.
Yeah, no. Kanye was not in the Epstein files. They control Shaq, LeBron, Jay-Z, and Beyonce, but not me. My mother was sacrificed. In Hollywood, people come up missing.
Yeah, LeBron James is known too. Jay-Z obviously is known, and now it's out in the files. But so these are the only 3 people we could find who
Ron
weren't.
Paul mentioned in the Epstein files the one candidate who wasn't satisfactory sovereign over a certain country.
Yeah, so Epstein was pissed at Ron Paul.
Yeah.
This is what he
how
said.
far the U.S. will go, especially during election year.
Let me read it. Fucking read it like you're Speedy Gonzalez and nobody can understand what you're saying. The problem is they like to keep the conflict limited and they can't predict how far the U.S. will go, especially during an election year where everyone is falling over themselves to show who supports Israel the most, except for that dinkus, Ron Paul. Ron Paul, one of the few people. Now, to be honest with you, I'm not sure I agree with all of Ron Paul's politics.
Policy.
Yeah, he's very pro-capitalist, which I am pro-capitalist, but he is not so much for regulating it, It doesn't really matter. What matters the most is whether or not they're mind-controlled by the Foreign Intelligence Agency, and Ron Paul is not one of them. Thomas Massie, though, is the main one.
Vote for Thomas Massie. Thomas Massey. That's it. You don't need to understand anything else. You don't need to understand politics. If all you ever do is watch this 1-minute clip, just understand this. The only person you should be voting for in the next presidential election cycle is Thomas fucking Massey. That's it. Nobody else. Everyone else is controlled. Everyone else. Doesn't matter who you put as vice president. Just fucking Thomas Massey. Write it in. Write it fucking in.
Click the last link I sent. Some guy got messaged by Jeffrey Epstein and said, "I know you're a pedophile. Fuck you. I'll punch you if I ever see you." This is Norman Finkelstein or Stin.
From damn, I thought a heinous crime was the U.S. invasion of Iraq 2003, or at least murder, rape, and pillage. Dear Professor Trout, I was shocked to read your statement yesterday in The Guardian. The paper reports at least 2 grant recipients in academia are standing by Epstein, saying he remains a friend. Krauss and Robert Trivers, a Rutgers University biologist. Trivers said Epstein's personal integrity should be given credit for serving. Sworn testimony of Jane Doe number 3, Harvard Law professor Alan Dershowitz was around Epstein frequently. Dershowitz was so comfortable with the sex that was going on, he would even come out and chat with Epstein while I was giving oral sex to Epstein. My guess is if Epstein put your daughter at age 15 in such a position, you wouldn't publicly describe him as a friend and a person of integrity. In fact, I would hope that you'd promptly throttle both Epstein and Dershowitz.
Yeah. So basically, he knew what was going on. This guy here was, by proxy inviting him to the island, and he replied with, "Yeah, that's a really weird thing to say. Call Jeffrey your friend when you have a 15-year-old daughter." And
yeah,
he said if that were me, I would punch the both of them. So he knew, obviously he knew, and good for him.
Yeah, what a Chad! What an absolute Chad! Especially knowing the amount of power they have.
I included Kanye, this guy, and the second link. I don't remember who it was. Oh, Ron Paul, and we talked about Thomas Massey. Because unfortunately, there are just so few people who actually turn down Epstein compared to how many we have on here who went. But yes, I believe that's it for us for today. There's going to be no shortage of these files. There's going to be a lot more tomorrow, and we'll keep covering them as they come out, and as large batches as they are. We're kind of starting to hit the audio and video files, which are just, again, they're really horrible to watch and to listen to. I'm not gonna put the bait videos of children and the bait video and the images of children. You guys get it. He's a pedophile. We've been on that marker for quite a bit now, and the only reason we were hanging on it so hard was that everyone was ignoring it. I mean, we literally had Nick who said he wasn't a pedophile. We had Ben Shapiro who came out and said he's not a pedophile, and us who had spent so much time on those original files where it literally just proved the only thing was that he was a pedophile and trafficking children. So I don't necessarily think we need to focus on that anymore because, again, it's pretty much established as a foundation. And instead, we'll focus on exposing the people who were involved.
Epstein has canonically seen this video.
Well, okay. That's nice. All right, anything for the crowd? Thank you guys again for watching and your interactions and all the new followers, subscribers. You guys are great. Love you.
Yeah.
Our audience is fantastic. We are very lucky. We have a Discord if you'd like to go and send us some DMs. You can send us DMs on all the platforms. We'll, of course, link everything so that you can very easily access all the videos, connected content. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Anything from you?
No.